About time England won a World Cup, isn't it?
You are watching and listening to Chris and Leicester Till I Die TV.
Watch us on YouTube.
Listen on your favourite podcast platform
Or ask your smart speaker
to play the podcast Leicester Till I Die.
Subscribe, like, follow, and join in now.
Chipped in. And volleyed it. And it's there by David Platt. England have done it in the last minute of extra time.
2002 made us dreaming, and the next 10 years we're dreaming, but the golden generation England won. Humiliation against Iceland, but in Russia we start climbing. Got a feeling it's our time we bring it home. Sing ooh la la.
Lineker is in the middle. Just very followed the ball.
Sing ooh la la.
Beckham now to Owens. Here's another Owen run. He's got to worry them again. This is a great run by Michael Owen. And he wants to finish it off.
Sing ooh la la.
You're watching Leicester Till I Die TV.
And it's live.
And we're back. Sloppy seconds. What can I say? Oh, it's the big one. It's the Battle of Britain. It's been years upon years upon years. Have we actually ever played? Well, I don't think we've ever played Wales in the World Cup before. Well, probably not, because they've not been there very often, have they? But yeah, whether we played Scotland or not. But this is the biggie. This is what it is down to. It's do or die for Wales. We cannot take it lightly, though. I'm worried about this game. I'm not going to lie. But look, it is Wales. I've got to get a Wales fan in. This guy is a good mate. We does a lot on the channel. He didn't do so well in the quiz the other day. Northern Ireland won the Home Nations quiz. I'm not sure where. In fact, I think Wales came second, giving fair dues. But I mean, he's going to enjoy this. I hope you're going to enjoy it. If you don't stop around for the match, just stay for the preview, please, because I think you're going to enjoy it. Mike, good evening. I don't know what it is in Welsh, but happy daffodils, whatever it is in Welsh. Hello.
Daffodils. Yeah, looking forward to this one, mate. Yeah, Battle of Britain, do or die for Wales. But, you know, England have got to be careful that they don't trip up.
Yes. Especially if Trippier's playing.
You've got to walk before you run, haven't you, with Kyle Walker?
This is very true. We've got the teams. I'll bring the teams up in a second. Sean is in. Football's coming home. Dean is in at work. Naughty, but we'll be checking in. I'm saying 0-0. I bet you got that rota before the World Cup was in. Dates were announced. Nate, sing ooh la la. It is absolutely so catchy that you've seen Ash in the chat with us in his group. He wrote it, and it's on his channel. Saint with the Sin, and Blue Kate's in. Good evening, Blue Kate. We're only going to have one Kate in because the other Kate is with Dan, obviously. If you do like things a little bit different, go on to a Saint with the Sins chat because he does have an amazing... It's very clever how he's done it. He's done the World Cup from the first game through to the final on the scores, if there were the scores that happened the last time the teams played. So, and if that's a draw, they go to the one before. You will not believe who wins the World Cup. Sorry, it's not Wales, but yeah, I'm not going to tell you who.
I'm going to have that now.
Honestly, it's brilliant. The way he's done it, it's brilliant. Now, Mike, it is England Wales. You're going to turn up tonight because it's England, aren't you?
Yeah, there's a lot of the Welsh players starting that have already said that this is the big one. USA was obviously the first in 64 years, but this one was the one that you looked for when the groups came out. I mean, Wayne Hennessy obviously is not playing, so it is obviously Danny Ward in goals, and obviously I would have preferred it to be Danny Ward from the first game. Now that Danny Ward has the chance, it's a massive game. It's one that all of these players will know each other. From playing domestically, a lot of obviously, well, pretty much the entire Welsh team play in the English leagues. Same with England. They come up against each other week in, week out in the Premier League, and now basically on the biggest stage, the first ever time two British teams have played each other in the World Cup. I know you said you wasn't too sure, but it is the first ever time.
Well, I wasn't sure whether we'd come across Scotland at all, but no, it is. I mean, I've got to be honest with you, Hennessy. I think he deserved to start because he'd got you there, hadn't he?
I think a lot of Welsh fans were saying that Hennessy's got the experience. The second highest ever capped, third highest ever capped player for Wales behind Gareth Bale and Chris Gunter. So you can see why he was picked for the experience. But Danny Ward going into the World Cup was more on form with Leicester, getting clean sheets after a poor start. So I would have gone with Danny Ward, but now he's starting. It's going to be interesting to see what he does.
Yeah. Niall says, is it coming home? I hope it is, and I hope we're in if it comes home, because I don't want them to leave it with the neighbours. Because we'll probably never see it.
I'll go and collect it at the post office down the road.
Yeah. If what they call delivers it, Amazon, just leave it in a dustbin outside the FA, But hey, earlier though, just very got to briefly touch on that, and I have covered a lot of 0-0s that were sort of dead,
Yes,
games.
I know.
But what a game between Ecuador and Senegal.
Yeah, it was a knockout stage in the group stage, wasn't it, really? It was winner takes all. Ecuador knew that a point would be enough. And Senegal just were the better team. They just were the better team. Ecuador didn't really turn up, if I'm brutally honest, and it was basically all Senegal. Ecuador then scored a goal to get back into the game at 1-1, and that woke Senegal up again, and then Senegal went on and rightfully so, I thought, won the game. I think the Ecuador goal, like you said in your watchalong, if I remember rightly, the Ecuador goal was completely and utterly against the run of play.
It was. I was hoping to bring the table up, but I can't because I've not updated it. I don't think. I think if I look on here, I think that's just showing. Yeah, that's showing 2 games. So thought I'd updated it. Obviously didn't. I just hope it's. The rest of it has stayed up. But yeah, if we finish first, and obviously a win will guarantee that, we face Senegal. I would have sooner played Ecuador because I think Senegal were the better team, like you say today. If we don't, we then go and face Holland, which, I mean, were you surprised they only managed to put 2 past Qatar? I mean, I predicted 5, and there was 4s and 3s in the chat.
Well, I actually predicted 2-0, so give me a bonus point for that.
Hey. Well, you've got it right today anyway, haven't you?
Stay tuned, guys, because Chris is going to bring up a very interesting video.
I am.
But no, the Netherlands-Qatar game I always thought was going to be what a few game-free games will be like when we see Brazil for the 3rd time, when we see France and Portugal for the 3rd time. We've already guaranteed progression. I think they may rest a few players to, prevent injury in basically a dead game. Portugal, Brazil, France are teams that will not look at, if we do this, we get an easier draw. They'll just be like, let's just get our best players fit for the last 16. Let's just get into the last 16, and that's when that's when most teams or the hierarchy teams say that the tournament begins, isn't it? From the last 16.
It is. I just thought that maybe because it was Qatar that they might actually be able to put 4 or 5 past them. Yeah,
and watching the game, you'd actually say Qatar were unlucky not to score because Netherlands just, I don't want to say rude because, they tried to prevent this in major tournaments, but Netherlands just looked like they couldn't care, to be honest. And, 1 or 2 goals that, was all they were trying to get. They didn't look like they were, hounding men forward to try and get 3rd, 4th, 5th. Just looked like get the win, get into the last 16, finish the job sort of thing.
Well, this is our table as it stands here. England top with 4, Iran second with 3, USA second with 2. We will keep an eye on the Iran-USA game. Wales, unfortunately, bottom with 3. I mean, my prediction for the group was England top, USA second, Wales third, Iran fourth. Iran, I think, have surprised quite a few people. England, this was Brad's England, USA, Wales, Iran. So he basically agreed with me. And Doug went England, Wales, USA, and Iran in that order. I mean, Iran, and I'm not saying this, but Iran didn't perform against England. And I'm just wondering if that was sort of a slight to the, because they didn't sing the national anthem. And obviously there's a lot going on in Iran, which I know, you weren't too impressed with at the end of your game, and you said so. But, I mean, they just didn't turn up against us. And then it was a completely different Iran side that turned up against Wales.
Yeah, well, I actually put England to win the group. So if there's any English, don't, I did actually say, logically, you're going to win the group. Because when I'm messing around, I said, yeah, Wales will win the group. But when I'm doing it for a YouTube video, I'm not going to be a knob.
No. And I would expect nothing less, sir.
So I put England first, us second, but I actually did put Iran third. I think a lot of people were discrediting Iran. They were very good in qualifying, and this America side is so young. And I do think, just like Canada, who unfortunately have departed after 2 games, I think that the next World Cup, when it's in USA, Mexico, Canada, it'll be a lot of better side from America because the side's so young. So the group is kind of, well, if we win and results go away, kind of gone the exact way that I anticipated it to go. Sorry.
Yeah, no. Well, I mean, you need to beat us by 4, but just going back.
If we just beat you in general and Iran USA draw, I think we take second because Iran are on -2 goal difference. We're on -2, I believe.
You're on -3 at the moment, I think.
Let me have a look. We're on -2. They're on -2 as well. If we were to win, we'd gone to 4 points with -1 goal difference, but they would stay on -2 with a draw. Obviously, you don't get.
You cannot trust the internet because I've got you on here as -3, but you drew 1-1 and then lost 2-0. So yeah, it's got to be -2, hasn't it?
Yeah. So basically, any draw. So I earlier on I said just anything, just a goal off bloody Jordan Pickford's ass. I don't care, any goal.
But you need that would, of course. So a draw would give you. Well, that would give you 2 points, wouldn't it? A draw.
Yeah, a draw won't do it.
You need USA, but Iran have got 3 points.
Yeah, so yeah, we have to beat you and hope that Iran USA is a draw because they'll be on 4 points with -2 goal difference still.
You're still. Oh, you've got to beat us. Yes, you have. Sorry. Yeah, I thought you said you got to draw. No, you got to beat us. Indeed.
Yes, the only way we can do it is win. Because I was looking at it earlier. There's different permutations for England, Iran, USA.
Yes.
We just got that point. Cause if we had 2 points, then maybe a draw and other results. But
you know what? Having watched that game earlier, Ecuador were poor for me. They had nothing in the final third when they eventually got there, and Senegal, who knew they had to win, anything else would do. Sorry, so they were going for it from the word go. So that might not be a bad thing for Wales, but it could leave you open at the back.
Yeah, I've already said a lot of people are like, oh, do we play it safe and not leave ourselves exposed at the back? I've just said go for it. If we lose 4-3, who cares? At least we've gone for it. I don't want us to play defensive. I've already said it and I've got slated for it, but just throw everything at you. Throw absolutely everything at you. I don't know what, your back line is. I don't know if Harry Maguire is starting. He's definitely
I think he is. Yeah, but you've got. I know. I agree with what you're saying. You've got to go for it because you've got nothing to lose, have you? You know.
No, we're England. You could take it a bit more. You know, if we score early on, I'll still need to score another 3 goals to knock you out. But it will send a little jitter, nothing major. But it'll be like, sure,
certainly we'll start questioning it. Dean Hayes, the QPR says Wales need to win 4-0. I think if Wales win 4-0, that means we don't go through as group winners. That's the 4-0. I think if Wales win it,
the 4-0 is if we beat you 4-0 and one of Iran. No, I think if we beat you 4-0, I think you're out completely. To be fair, I think.
No, I don't think we can go out to. Again, it depends on the other result.
Yeah.
Everything's depending on the other result. What's your? Let's say because I'm going to go 2-1 to England because I think you will score a goal because this is England and you are going to be up for it. Before we talk the Iran game a little bit more, then you know what's coming up. What is your prediction for the game? You can give me 2 if you want. You can give me your heart and you can give me your head.
Well, heart would be 4-0, but
all right, let's forget that one then.
No, put that down. It's an outside shot. So heart would be a nice 4-0 victory, but head, I'm gonna edge 1-0 Wales. I think we do turn up against like I said earlier on in the tournament. No disrespect to USA, Iran, very good opposition. We didn't beat any of them. So you can't say they're awful, but England are a different kettle of fish. The rivalry, one of the semi-finalists from the last World Cup. 5 Euros.
I mean, okay, let's go back to the last game because we'd come out and we'd put 6 past Iran, and it shouldn't have been 6-2. It should have been 6-1 or 7-2 because either our penalty should have been given against Maguire or their penalty shouldn't have. They should have been the same for both, but it was a good start. You held out for a draw with the USA, and I've got to be honest with you. Probably, I'm going to say for me, I think you got out of jail there a little bit. But
first half we were pathetic, but second half I thought we may have had a chance to win that. But over the game, we may have got lucky.
Yeah, but then we couldn't get past USA. Iran were a completely different team. Now. I was surprised when I was watching Iran, and because obviously I did the watch along. It was, I was just said earlier, it was like a different team had turned up for Iran. But I said, and you might say to me, you're being unfair, Chris, but I said before the World Cup, no Bale, no Whale. Because I don't think there's a lot of players haven't turned up for this World Cup. Messi didn't in the first game. Eriksen hasn't. Ronaldo didn't in the first game. And Bale hasn't turned up. Would you agree with that? Do you think that's a fair assessment?
I think going into the tournament, we were in a bit of ropey form with the UEFA Nations League. I think, obviously, we got relegated from that, just like yourselves, but...
Yeah,
we had 3 in our 6 games in the Nations League. 3 of them we conceded a 90th minute goal to lose all of them, lose all 3 2-1. So that's going to demoralise you. And then you're going into the showpiece event. You've not just got millions and millions watching. You've got millions of proud Welsh people watching you as well. It just adds it all together, and it just puts a lot of pressure on the players. They've never played it in this environment of a World Cup. Against 3 different styles of play. I think the pressure's got to them personally. If we do qualify in 3.5 years' time, it is now, isn't it? With this being back end of the year, I think we may stand a better chance because obviously depending on the draws, but I think the players will be 4 years old or 3-4 years older. They'll be a lot more mature, a lot more experienced. But I think that a lot of the media saying about Bale and Ramsey has been because they are the key players. In every team, you have key players. And I just think that a lot has been piled onto them, and Joe Allen as well. He
didn't have a good game. Ewan Roberts was absolutely fuming on the BBC website about Wales' performance. But, again, talking about fuming about the Wales performance, I actually at 1-0 down, and you I think were a little bit behind because I came onto your channel on my second laptop to the right here, and I had the sound on, and you weren't happy, shall we say? And I increased the volume a little, and then we saw the second goal go in. You hadn't, and it was basically a case of let's just see what happens here. Now, you very kindly said that I'm allowed to use this.
Absolutely, mate. Yeah.
And this, don't forget, this is on Mike's channel, which is Mike Green. The link is in the chat below, and I'll give you a chance, obviously, when you leave to promote that.
Sure.
But this is, and all I can say is a true Welshman's reaction to Iran beating them 2-0.
And it falls on, it's in! We're out! The cheats are winning! The bloody cheats are winning! Oh, look at them celebrating! You're getting knocked out anyway, you bloody prats! You're getting bloody grouped anyway! You bloody idiot, yeah! You're getting knocked out anyway, you crap! Man, I hope you get fucking annihilated by see, you bunch of idiots. That's us out. That is us out. That's us gone. He's got to give more than time. He's got to give like 13, 40 minutes at a time. Because, mate, 2 or 3 has been fucking waste of thing. We've got to go to at least 104. At least. How are we in the 12th minute, you fucking can't. 90 plus 100 take away 90 is not 12, you Oh, off! Fuck right off! Do one, you idiots! You cheating pricks! Go fuck one! Fuck! I've had a fuck! I've had a guts full, man. Oh, fuck. Man, in fuck. Let's all get the fuck out, shall we? Everyone's in cost of living prices, mate. Everyone's in mall. We're in the middle of a session. Who gives a fuck? I'm not watching it anymore. I'm fucking
So, how long has the cost of living crisis been bothering you, Mike?
I don't even know where that come from. I don't even know the context of that. Oh, just watching that back. What was I doing? Until I saw that, I don't remember me mentioning the bloody cost of living.
Well, there's a few things there. I mean, your maths left a little bit to be desired. You got confused with your adding up and your taking away. And you couldn't decide that, you know, what in stoppage time was called. You just called it thing. But I love the who cares about Iran. We're in the cost of living crisis, I've got to say. And that was cut down because that whole clip would have been about 10, 12 minutes long. And I managed to cut it down to 3. And I thought last night, you know what, I'm going to have to bleep some of it because there's a lot of swear words in here. I'm going to have to bleep them out. And I started doing that about 12, and I finished. It was gone 2 o'clock in the morning when I finally finished adding the bleeps to it.
Do you know roughly how many bleeps that was? Because I lost count. I was trying to count how many, but my
I
language
will,
is terrible.
I will watch it later and let you know because I don't know because just as I'd finished it and I was downloading it, my PC crashed and I thought, oh, for God's, I was nearly swore, and then I did last night, but I managed when I set it back up again, it had saved it. But Sean says, where do we go? 12 people said about that. David said that's more cuss than me when arguing with you know who. Anthony, I've seen him on the Jeremy Kyle show. Mike the Light Detector said you're out. David says, true gentleman, Mike, you are, mate. And Nate sums it up here. Yeah, I respect that. I mean, when I was sort of
Look at it. I feel sorry. I said I feel sorry for the bloody neighbours. Effing this.
How's your table? Have you been to America? Has it been to
The cardboard's still under it.
I'm impressed with the fact that you did that and then you didn't show any pain in your hand at all. Whether you hurt yourself or not, I don't know. But
Can't even remember. I must have, but I was like, get me out. It was only a 10 o'clock watch along as well. So I was doing that at bloody 11:30 in the morning.
I just say I respect it. I totally, and that was one of the reasons why I suggested a certain person might not want to comment anymore on your second stream later. But yes, it's just show the passion. That's gonna, well, it could end up being an internet sensation. Who knows? But fair play to you, Mike. Fair play. I'm a bit. If that had been me, I'd have given myself a heart attack. Sean says, "Oh, Mike." QPR Dean says that was better than Charlie Austin's rant. Thomas Scott, good evening, Mike. Do you actually believe you will beat us and qualify? And are you nervous? If you just watch that, I think that says it all. Do you? Right? Do you think you can be? Well, you've gone obviously 1-0 in the prediction.
It's a two-part thing, though, isn't it? We could beat you, and then Iran could beat USA, so it's irrelevant. So
yeah, it could.
Do I believe we can beat you? Yes. Qualifying, God, I'm going to be literally checking that. Well, I'll be watching the Iran game and just hoping that they don't do a bloody a miracle like they've done against us.
Yes. I'm going to have to keep an eye on your stream, aren't I? Just to see what you do on that one. But I mean, I'm nervous because I've got to be honest with you. I thought America were going to do better simply because until I spoke to a couple of American guys on Doug's channel and they had no confidence in the team at all. But this was the one that I have been nervous about since the start because of who you are. Literally, like I say, obviously, local neighbours, etc. It's always going to be up. And I think, and I'm not being disrespectful, but I think to Scotland, Northern Ireland, Wales, beating England means more to you than us beating you does to us, if you know what I mean.
Massively.
Sorry?
I said, yeah, massively. We look at you as the big dogs, really. I hate to say it, but that's what we look.
Yeah.
I don't, but
we've got a bigger pool. Let's be honest with you. We've got a bigger pool to fish in. QPR said part life. You know what I mean. Sean, poor you. When he said F, I felt that. I felt it when he banged his hand on the table.
I must have hurt my hand because I didn't even like tap it. I literally full smashed it as well. Hence
we could see you meant it. We could see you definitely meant it. And fair play to you, mate. Fair play to you. So yes, for me, this is the game that I have been worried about more than the other two. And if you could, not necessarily stop us going through, but maybe if you could stop us winning the group, which would then mean with a second, let's say, and face Holland, which would be the more difficult job. That would be almost like a bit of a moral boost for you, wouldn't it?
Well, going into the tournament, obviously I was, whether I believed we'd finish second or hoping, especially tonight, Anthony. I think tonight may get a bit into the over 18 section. Not like that hell. I mean, language-wise. But no, coming into it, it was like, yeah, we've got England. You know, we had you in the Euros, and you know, I just wanted it. When the draw was made, I was like, just don't give us England. And then we came out with you. I was like, oh, it is what it is. You got to play who you got to play.
And
But
let's be honest, you haven't. You know, you've not done a Qatar.
no, we've got a point.
Exactly. And a goal. And you know, you haven't. All right, you know, you could argue you played badly, but I don't think you can play that badly again. If I'm honest with you.
No, I think you know we've got to go into this with everything that we've got. I would much rather you know, a 4-3 defeat than, you know, going for it, or not 4-3 because that's tight. I'd rather lose like 5-2 and we've absolutely gone for it and you've just hit us on the break than lose 1-0, you know, where we've sat off. Because at least losing 5-2, it shows that we've gone for you. It shows that we've, well, I think what Paige will do is say first 10 minutes, don't go gun-ho straight away. See what, test England out, see what sort of, you know, style they're going with. And then from then, you know, that's when you can sort of go deeply into it, if that makes sense.
Well, this is your team. The BBC say it is going to be 4-3-3. Ward in goal. I mean, talk me through it. You know, you know the team better than I do.
Yeah, I think what may happen, it may be a 5-2-3, because I think Ethan Ampadu will drop in between Mepham and Roden as a third centre-back, which gives Ben Davies and Nico Williams a lot more, you know, width and you know, sort of space down the wings. I'm surprised Connor Roberts doesn't start, but the last two games he's been absolutely dreadful. So, you know, with Paige on that, Ward had to come in for the suspended Wayne Hennessy. Midfield, Ramsey Allen, like John Hartson said, those two players are massive and have been massive for Wales. So you've got to put them in there. Ampadu earns his 40th cap at the age of 22 today, which is absolutely insane. It means I think someone put on Twitter that if he carries at this rate, he will break the most capped record for Wales, which at the moment is Gareth Bale. And then the front three, again, I'm not too sure how Dan James gets in the side ahead of Brennan Johnson, but Kiefer Moore will cause Stones and Maguire problems. You can come back to this if you want, if he doesn't. But, you know, he's a 6 foot plus.
No, I think he made the difference when he came on, didn't he? Against USA.
Yeah, and that's why he started against Iran. I think he made a massive mistake, Rob Page, by not playing him against USA. His physicality, his build-up play is sensational. And then Gareth Bale, I think, you know, you cannot put the highest ever capped and the highest ever goal scorer in the team. He is a Welsh legend, and I said it in my stream the other day, he's probably the greatest Welsh player of all time.
Yes, yeah. I mean, the England team there... I mean, sorry, just before I go on to the England team, a lot of people were calling for Harry Kane, who starts now, to be dropped. A lot of people were calling for, you know, could he or should he drop Gareth Bale after the 2 games that he's had?
Yeah, I think, like I said, John Hartson said it about Ramsey and Allen. If you drop Bale, that sends a real message to the rest of the squad, because a lot of them, I know obviously we're not a one-man team. A lot of people you know, do say we are, but you know, he's got the stature, he's got the you know, the pedigree, and if you take someone out of someone like that out of the team, it's going to affect the rest of the team, because they look up at Bale as the role model and sort of the father figure in the team. And the reporter asked him the other day, is this your last game against? Is this your last Wales game for your club after today? And he just replied with no. So, you know, hopefully he could be the one to, you know, sort of set this new regime, because we're rebuilding with a lot of youngsters, and hopefully he could be the sort of vocal point that carries the new generation.
Indeed. I mean, we've got Pickford in goal. I mean, it's pretty much, I mean, there's a few changes in there. And we've got obviously back 4. I mean, we're both going 4-3-3. Back 4, Walker, Stones, Maguire, Shaw. Maguire, I know, you know, you're a Man United fan. I know he's not had a good sort of time for Man United, but a lot of your defenders haven't, in fairness, you know. Henderson, Rice, Bellingham across the middle. Foden comes in, Kane and Rashford. Now, I suppose, you know, from a Welsh fan, if you looked at that and going, oh, Kane's not playing, you'd be thinking, you'd be rubbing your hands a little bit. And I think we would be as well if Bale wasn't.
Yeah, the reason why they're both the captains of their country and the reason why they are still in the team after poor opening games is what they can do, Chris. They can do something in an instant and change a game. Like Gareth Bale, he had that penalty. I don't know if it's a penalty. Obviously it's not like, a 40-yard screamer, but he's stepping up in front of, the entire Welsh fans in that corner it was against USA. And it was basically, you've got to score, Gareth, otherwise we're losing. And if he wouldn't have scored that, we were out, going into this game. So he's essentially given us some hope in this group by that goal he scored. And whether it's a penalty or, a tap-in or a screamer, it's still an important goal, which had a lot of sort of pressure and everything surrounding it.
Yeah. And they are players, like you say, they can do nothing like, in fairness, Jamie Vardy for Leicester, that does nothing for 80 minutes and then just one good move and it's changed the game. And that's what Kane brings to England and Bale to Wales, I think.
Yeah, they're basically the main men. And I think the thing is with Bale, he starts on the right, but you'll see him drift over to the left when Dan James, drifts over to the right. You'll see Kiefer Moore drop in in the pocket and Bale will go through the middle. That's what Bale offers a lot. He can drift and he just, will glide in and out of a game. And the funny thing is he scored in, a World Cup now, scored in the Euros, Champions League finals, North London derby. It's the same with Harry Kane. Not in finals. Kane don't like that, especially for Spurs. But they've got a record just turning up, haven't they?
They have. As it's like, I know Graham Taylor in a game dropped Gary Lineker in his last game and brought Alan Smith on, and it was swapping AB for AB really, but you always knew Lineker could nick you a goal. Do you know what I mean? But
yeah.
Mike, thank you for coming on. Thank you for allowing us to share the video. It might get played again before the end of the show.
You might have another one. You might have another one if I have a bloody calamity again.
This is very true. This is very true. You are a gentleman. You are a sportster. If anybody wants to watch the match from a Welsh point of view, Mike's channel, Mike Green, is the one to get over. But just tell everybody where they can find you, Mike.
Yeah, so thanks, Chris, for obviously getting me this opportunity to come on and give my thoughts ahead of the game. My watch along is in 9 minutes' time for obviously Wales, England. We will keep an eye on USA, Iran at the same time as we need to. If you do want to obviously come and have a look at the game from a Welsh point of view. I know English fans in here will probably tune in if Wales concede. So, thanks for the views. I always say that every time. But yeah, Mike Green on YouTube. Like and subscribe to this channel first. And hopefully we can get a nice 4-0 victory, Chris, and dump you out of the World Cup.
Yeah, and then what have you been drinking?
Orange juice. Don't know what was in it.
I would say good luck, but I wouldn't mean it. I would say let's hope football's the winner, but I wouldn't mean it. It's a local derby. Everything goes out the window. Let's just hope it doesn't get silly on the pitch. I mean, it was very aggressive earlier, but mate, I just hope, for your sake, I hope maybe you go through. We will see what happens. Fingers crossed. And
a nervous 90 ahead, shall we say?
Sorry?
A nervous 90 ahead, shall we say?
Exactly. I wish I'd ordered a different colour hat, though. But here we go. Take care, mate. All the best.
Cheers. Thank you. Take care, mate.
Bye-bye. So thanks to Mike for coming on and giving it an opposition view of the game before we go live. Look, Maisie's in. Welcome along, Maisie. How the devil are you? Hey, you see what I did there? I am good. Nervous. I don't know about you. And yeah, Sean says Mike Green might be bantering us if we bottle it. You are welcome. You are welcome, Maisie. And do not worry, he cannot come in here because he has been blocked. So no worries at all. So nice to see you, Maisie. Keep your chin up. Don't let the bastards win. And he's a dick. He's a dick. So I've got some predictions here. Sean McGonaghy's gone 2-0 to England. Mike has gone 1-0 to Wales. Fair play to the guy. You can't sort of say that he doesn't. He's just come in with a come on Wales. Let's have it. He's gone 4-0 with his heart, but we know that ain't going to happen. I've gone 2-1. I've got a very nervous 2-1. I've got to be honest with you. If England that played against USA turn up, I am worried. I really, really am. Dean, QPR's gone 0-0. David Burton's gone 1-1. Ash has gone 2-0. That's Saint with the Sin. James there has gone 1-1. If you haven't predicted yet, get your predictions in. Nate's just come in with 2-0 to England and 2-0 to USA. Are they playing? Anybody know? America playing? I have no idea. I'm joking, Nate. I'm joking. I love the fact that you asked me the other day, is anybody covering the America game? It's like, yeah, no, you didn't realise they were being played at the same time. Love you, Nate. Love you. Friends across the pond. This is going to... I mean, I covered earlier and I tried to do the table and update the table as I went through the two matches because I was watching Ecuador-Senegal and Dan was on covering Holland for me, Qatar. I was trying to update the table on a banner, and I'm not going to attempt to do that. I'm just going to read it out because I'm going to be too nervous. This is Leicester Till I Die TV. Thank you so much for coming along and spending your time with me. It really, really, really does mean a lot. This is the watch along, and like I say, it is England taking on the not so noisy neighbours in Wales. First time it's been a local match, if you like, in the World Cup. Thanks for watching.
This is the Leicester Till I Die Watch Along show. Join in the chat and don't forget to subscribe.
Well, my night is over. I might as well go home now. Kate has gone for the same prediction as me. And we know what that means. We know, I don't think she's got one right. Can I change mine? Is it too late to change mine? Yeah. Can I just say, earlier on, Ecuador versus Senegal. I'm trying to remember what score I went for.
I don't know, it's so difficult not to look smug at this point.
Yeah, 2-1 I went, guys. I got it spot on. 2-1 is the one I always seem to get right. And then Kate comes in and copies me and puts the voodoo on it. Oh. So you should be. I'm not angry, Kate. I'm not angry. I'm not annoyed even. I'm just a little bit disappointed with you. Chris Welsh is in. What? Let's do what we need to do and pack Wales suitcases, passport, clothes, everything on there. Safe trip home after this game. It's on BBC One. I didn't know I was teletext, but we're on BBC One tonight. James says, for Wales, they've got nothing to lose. Exactly. As for England, they've got to respond after that ball draw the other night. We can all see the possible headlines for tomorrow if England failed to win tonight. You see, I still say that this is the hardest game of the three because it's Wales. Whatever position it was in, and I said this to Mike, and he agreed with me, that when Wales or Scotland or Northern Ireland play England, we're like the teacher, we're like the big boys, we're the big country. We've that's a group. We're in a big country. They want to beat us. It means more to them to beat us than it means for us to beat them. And they will give it that bit extra. If they were to beat us tonight and still manage and still go out, they can go home and say, but we beat England. So that's what we've got to be very, very careful about. It's the England that turned up against Iran, who I thought were oh God, this is the bottom of the group, this lot. And then they did what they did against Wales, which was perform. If that England turn up, then it isn't too bad. If the England that played against USA turn up, then we are in trouble. We are in trouble. Chris Welsh has gone 2-0 England. Everybody's got 2-1, 2-0, that sort of thing. Nate says, I'm convinced David and Dean are the only sensible ones here. The USA are getting through. Come on. Ooh. Look, it's a watch along. Let me bring my co-host in. You know him now. He's here. He's regular. Well, I say he's regular. I don't know his bowel movements, obviously. But let's bring him on and say hello to Karl. Hello, sir.
Good evening, Chris. Yeah, my bowel movements is fine, so don't you worry about that. So...
I realised when I said he's regular that I didn't mean to say that particular phrase.
Uh-huh.
But welcome along. Thanks for joining us. I always forget to ask this, so let me get it in first of all. Give everybody a shout out as to where they can find you on your old social media.
Yeah, sure thing. You can find me at Karl Lever 92 on Twitter. Also, the Total Lever Home Football Podcast is at the LH Football Pod on Twitter as well. Please give us a follow. Follow us on Facebook at the Total Lever Home Football channel, as same on YouTube. Please subscribe as well. We're trying to get to 50 subscribers by Christmas. And you can find us on the go on Spotify, Google, Apple, and other podcast services.
Yeah, indeed you can. And his details will be in the description below. On YouTube, I've got to say, these are the officials for tonight. And yes, folks, there are 10 of them. There's 10 officials for every game. There's the referee, the assistant referee number 2, the 4th official, the reserve assistant referee, the video assistant referee, the assistant video assistant referee, the offside video assistant referee, the support video assistant referee, and the job I want, the standby assistant video assistant referee. Jesus Christ, Karl, how many officials do they need?
It's quite a lot when they need it for certain areas, but I know Slavko Vidovic is a very experienced referee, and he's very disciplined. So you're gonna have to be very careful for the England fans to make sure that they don't. Both England and Wales make sure, when they get tackled, they have to just, not to argue with him. So, and he's very experienced in the Champions League, so you can see why he was considered one of the top referees to be part of this World Cup. So,
all the 3 officials on the pitch are from Slovenia, and to be honest with you, the European referees have impressed me more than anywhere else. But I must admit, I don't know if we're going to see much of the 4th official, but talking about being regular, the 4th official is Yoshimi Yamashita.
Yeah, well, a few of the Japanese referees did come to Scotland a couple of years ago on an exchange on officiating, so they did officiate some games in Scotland. So I think the Scottish FA did do that in return to go over to Japan as well. So, there is a bit of experience of some referees knowing about the European teams, how they play. So, and they've learned that from pretty much with the Scottish game, which has been vital for them.
Do you think he is regular though with a name like that?
He's very. I think he's very regular. Yeah, I think very regular in mostly for the Asian Champions League. Yes, so he's very regular.
I've got to say though, if I had his surname, I would be down the registry office the next day and change it. Have you seen you've seen the teams? No Maddison, he's on the bench though. Couple of changes. What do you think of the team?
We needed Foden to play. Foden deserved to play in this game to 100%. I think we saw in the last game against the US, the right side. I think Saka was exhausted after how they defended on the right side. Rashford coming in as well, which needed, I think, to replace Sterling, was not given the final finish. I question about Kane's fitness, but it looks fit as well. He just did take his chances. The other night, I think Henderson coming in, which is the right thing. as well. We need that bit of a defence, to let Rice to cover defence and let Henderson go up front with Bellingham. So, and Kyle Walker coming in, was needed, right back, So I think it's a good lineup that we needed actually for us to try to attack against Wales tonight.
I mean, I know there's no Maddison in there, but I didn't expect to see him, in fairness, because he's only just come back from injury, so he's on the subs bench if needed, as is Grealish. You can't, on a game like this, you can't drop Kane. If Kane is fit, you've got to play him because he can be quiet. And I just said this the same with Bale as well, because Bale's had an awful World Cup so far, apart from a penalty. But these are the sort of players that can be quiet for 80 minutes and then just get your goal and win you the game.
Yeah, absolutely. I think Bale, there was a lot of questions for the Welsh fans for the first time ever. Should Bale be dropped? And it was a lot of questions from more sets of Welsh fans. And our page is sticking by him. But could be Gareth Bale's last hurrah. I think he will probably, if Wales don't get through, I think he will retire pretty much from the national team and very much just focus, on his club career, trying to finish his career off.
Yeah. I mean, we basically cocked it up against the USA. I spoke to a couple of USA fans on Doug's channel, and they were not happy with the manager or the team. They didn't think they thought they were going to come fourth, but to be totally honest with you, they gave us a game. They made it difficult for us. We need the England that played Iran to start today and not the England that played against America, don't we?
Yeah, because we didn't change our team as much in the last game, and I think we should have done against the US to try to, I think we just lacked a bit of the quality up front and very much, and the left hand side was very much the right hand side was our vulnerable area with Anderson and went to McKinney as well, which was very vulnerable. So I think we need to be better with that one against Wales, against Bale and Nico Williams and Chris Mepham down that right hand side, and both sides of the left and the centre and the right back.
Yeah. I mean, looking at the table there, did you see any of the games earlier?
No, I haven't seen the games earlier because I was busy preparing my slow cooked dinner, which I need to go check once the timer goes off, so I can try.
No problem at all. Yeah. No problem.
But I'm not. I was not surprised. I was very surprised of Senegal getting through. Very, very surprised. I thought
I covered that game. I mean, Holland. I think the only surprise with Holland was that they only scored 2. I saw that game. I would have preferred to have played Ecuador because Ecuador were awful. Yes, they had the attacks, but they couldn't do anything with the ball in the final third.
No.
If we finish top, we're obviously going to play Senegal. If we finish second, we're going to play Holland. We've got to finish top. I'd sooner play Senegal than Holland, wouldn't you?
I would, actually. I would. And I think the problem is if you play against Holland, you've got to play like Cody Gakpo, who's been magnificent. And no wonder Leeds tried to get him, and also Southampton. And now he's now literally moved to Manchester United, which is their biggest threat. But as we played against Senegal, who don't have Mane up front, but I got Koulibaly from Chelsea, who scored a winner today. I think it would be better if we did play against the Senegal side, who are pretty much lacking a little bit up front without that experience of Mane.
Yeah. Just looking then, Wales have only, in the last 5, have drawn 1 and lost 4. But England aren't a lot better. We've won 1, drawn 2, lost 2, because we had a disastrous Nations League build up to this. But in a way, I was kind of thinking, well, all right, we've lost a lot of those games. We were playing big names, but at least we were playing the big names. We weren't playing. If we hadn't been if the Nations League didn't exist, we would have been playing the likes of probably San Marino or Luxembourg and what have you. And you learn nothing from those games. No disrespect to them.
No,
but at least with the Nations League games we were. And I think it maybe just brought us down to earth a little bit, do you think?
It has actually. After the inaugural Nations League, we had a very good time. Getting to the semi-finals, finishing third. But since then, we've been flat. It's been flat since 2020 actually, and I think it was a wake-up call for both Southgate, for both Southgate and the England players in general, to be quite honest with you. So it could have been better preparation. But you know what? We went into the tournament without good preparation. We did do well in the Nations League. Then we got to the final of the Euros. Can it be the second hurrah? We don't know. Time will tell.
It will. They are shaking hands at the moment. We are minutes away from the game. I am nervous. Are you nervous?
I'm nervous. Listen, this is the day I was dreading because I thought after we didn't win on Friday, I thought this could be go to the last 16 or go home. This is the moment now. So.
Definitely. All right, we will be right back after this.
You are watching Leicester Till I Die TV.
And this is your host, Chris.
No! God, please, no! No!
I know. I'm sorry, but he's cheap and available.
How rude.
Exactly. And just a quick message, and I know he's not in because I blocked him, but if a goo is somehow watching it, he didn't like the fact that we were having fun earlier. I think he prefers to watch a commentary game, so I suggest he goes and watches the telly. We have fun here, so we might be talking black puddings or haggises or sheep or anything in the chat. It's fun. It's got to be fun, hasn't it, Carl?
It has to be fun. It can't be this boring, certain boring times where you're just talking, you're just watching going back and forth. You need to have a bit of fun. And I know that's what some of the BBC team were doing with the CBeebies watch along, so they'll have their fun time with the kids and everything. So, yeah,
It is. And to be honest with you, if you want just a commentary game, then you go and watch the telly. This, to me, is like, guys down the pub, or not ladies, when I say I'm using the parochial guys for everybody, down the pub, having a drink, and the game's on the big screen. We've kicked off. Oh, my God, we've kicked off. Nate, good luck to America as well, mate. Keep us updated. Hi, guys. Most anticipated the group going for a 2-0 England win. Let me add that, Jeff. What is your prediction, Cole?
I am going to go for a 2-0 win. I think Wales are going to lack in depth. I think we will score. I think we'll win 2-0. I think if Bellingham is in that attacking midfield, along up with Foden and also Rashford, I think it will make a huge difference.
Yes. Dean, I quite like Luke Shaw. I think he's done all right for England when he's been called upon. I'm just going to see if I can get more up to date. I'm only on 48 seconds here.
I'm on 30 seconds.
Okay. So let me do that. There we go. And just one thing, guys. Do remember, no spoilers in the chat, please, for goals, free kicks, sending offs, full times, anything like that, because it spoils it for everybody else. When it's on the graphic in the center of the chat, that's fine. You can mention it then, even if me and Carl haven't caught up. But please wait for it to be on the graphic, otherwise it just spoils it for everybody.
Yeah.
And Kate's only just kicked off. Well, I say this is the problem. This is why I'm saying, if we stick to the graphic, then because we're all on different times. If you're watching on the iPlayer, I'm watching on a Fire Stick. Somebody else might be watching it live. It's all different. We're all on different times. I mean, Dan's still on the Holland Holland game from earlier.
That would be me just going to the timer to go check this food. But
that's fine, mate. You go when you got to go, mate. You go when you got to go. Oh, he's talking food. I'm going to get hungry. I have eaten, but I'm just a fat bugger. If anybody missed it earlier, at half time, we will be playing Wales's, not Wales's, but Mike's reaction to Wales losing against Iran. I tell you what, I'm glad I wasn't paying the sound man by beeps, because it would have cost me a fortune. I think we're slightly ahead of you then, Jeff. So England coming forward. Foden's got the ball. Passes it back into the England half. England in the white tops, blue shorts, white socks, kicking from right to left, as it does say on the graph. Wales in the normal red top, white. Oh, that went down there. White shorts and red socks, kicking from left to right as we look at it. I am so nervous you wouldn't believe it. After those Nation League games, I'm just not confident. I really am not. It's Rashford, back to Maguire. I think it's across the Stones or the other way. I'm not sure. What was it? That was a bit. Why give it to the one? You've got an option of 3 or 4 players, so he decides to pass it to the one player that's being marked. That totally makes sense. I think you're behind Jeff, aren't you? What are you on at the moment, Jeff? I think we were ahead of you. England have got a dangerous attack with Rashford. If you're nervous on top of the group, imagine how I feel. Fair enough, Nate. Fair enough. I mean, I don't think Wales are going to put 4 past us. Let me put it that way. So I think, which is what they would need to do, and the result go in your way in your game to knock us out. But so I think we should be through. Wow. Okay. I'm just coming up to 444, 445, 446. So that's where we are now. But yeah, you must be nervous, Nate. Keep us updated with your game, Nate, by the way. Please do. Please feel free. Which game are you watching at? I mean, I take it you're watching the American game, Nate. Is that right? So at the moment, it's all England, but it's whether they can take advantage of all this possession. They can't because it's a free kick to Wales. I don't think Wales Pickford's had much to do yet. Head tennis at the moment. I mean, Nate, it's up to you. If you want to come on and sit on the camera like this and update us on the live progress of your channel, of your game, let me know. Let me know. So England coming forward on the halfway line. Just moving into Wales' half now on the far side. Coming right back in defence. To Maguire. And Karl is back. You've missed. It's 3-0 England, Karl. Yeah, right. Yeah, you didn't believe that for a minute, did you?
Nope. I still had the TV on it anyway. So,
and it's another free kick to Wales. No problem, Nate. No problem at all, mate. No problem. But do keep us updated with your game in the chat. By all means. So Wales are having it. They're passing it around at the back. Going across the field to the far side. Davis. And it's gone out for an England throw. So just to recap, Sean, we're going to go with 2-0 England. Mike went 1-0 to Wales, obviously. I went 2-1. Dean went 0-0. David went 1-1. Ash 2-0 to England. James 1-1. Nate 2-0 to England. Kate 2-1 to England. Chris Welsh 2-0 to England. Jeff 2-0 to England. Karl 2-0 to England. I think we can definitely say 2-0 is the most popular choice there.
it is, yeah.
But so yeah, I can't remember. I can't remember if I asked you this or not. Do you fancy? Would you take Senegal more than facing Holland?
I would take Senegal more than Holland. You know, I know Holland are boring at the moment, so you know Senegal's a little bit better product at the moment against Holland because you know with Robert, with Cisse, Cisse in charge. So I would take Senegal at the moment because the way they've been on, last 12 months, winning the African Cup of Nations and so forth. So I think that there will be a better product to play against than Holland at the moment.
Yeah. And Holland know us, don't they? Exactly as well.
They do.
Yeah. James says, I look at some of the changes Southgate has made. My only explanation of why he's gone with Henderson in that midfield is that I think he wants an experienced head in the game. Yes, no, I agree. And I think that's what he brings.
Yeah, I agree with that. And also it gives Burnley the freedom to go up front with Foden and Rashford as well. So you have two very good defensive midfielders. So we don't have to missing one body, in that midfield area.
Yes. Yeah. At the moment, I've got to say it is all England. Oh, he's through! Oh! That was a chance for England. Danny Ward came to Wales's rescue. Nate, did that come up on YouTube? It's only come up showing me that came up on Twitch. Oh, that was I don't know if you've seen that yet.
No, I haven't seen it yet. I'm just like 7:30 or just coming up. I'm just gonna see what England was doing, with Maguire, with Stones on the ball. I'll just see it here. Yeah.
He should have lifted it over Danny Ward.
Just see here. Just coming up now. Yeah, Wales are trying to keep England compact. Their Wales been very narrow for what I've been seeing the last first 6, 7, 8 minutes.
Yes. England coming forward again. Good bit of the time of possession for England at the moment. It's out wide and it's shot into the box and it's wasted. At the moment, I mean, England have had 26 attacks. Wales have had 5.
It just looks like Wales are going to go defensively at the moment in a way.
Yes. Yes. Which is a dangerous game to play.
It is. Which is not a surprise at all. And if, like I said, they're going to try counter at a certain point and try to use Bale, to free that freedom. But like I say, it's just all England at the moment, so.
James, yes, it was good goalkeeping from Ward, but for once I didn't want it to be. I know he's Leicester, but tonight he's Welsh. Tonight, Matthew is going to be Welsh.
Yeah, I'm just coming up to it now, and what a chance for Rashford to try to talk about that one in, actually. Oh, what a chance there, yeah.
Wow, you are behind, aren't you?
I've just now to refresh it again. I'm hopefully a bit up to date now, about less than 30 seconds than you now. So, yeah, because it was buffering while I was just,
Right, okay, got you. But, yeah, it was a good save from Ward, but they need to try to learn to chip these players.
Yeah, it is, but the keeper will have, like I said, Ward did well the right flexibility. I think Rashford was just getting I think the ball was just a little bit too further for Rashford to try the toe poke. So it might be now having to try to control that ball, but keeper wouldn't know what to do, but he, to fair play to Ward, So,
but at the moment, I mean, Pickford's just had the ball. It's probably about the second or third time he's had it.
Yeah, I've just seen it as well. Yeah, not much surprise.
Oh, no, that's way over. That's down. Bale so needs to turn up if Wales are going to get anything tonight, I think.
Yeah, they do. Absolutely do.
Can you see if England get one, do you think they get more? Do you think it opens the gates for them?
It does. I think it will do. I think it will open the gates for them, to quite honestly, if they do get the first goal. I think that will make Wales a bit vulnerable, because we saw that at the end of the game against Iran when Aaron Ramsey was really struggling, in that midfield. And Joe Itan came on, he gave away 2 goals towards the end. So Wales need to make sure they don't give away a cheap goals again like they did on Friday.
Yeah. Just showing it again. Oh, probably could have done with, like you say, a bit more time. Bad defending from Wales, and Rashford was through. Oh, in fairness, he did try to chip it, but
yeah,
I think he was too close, like you say, to Ward.
And then it's a free kick to England with the handball from Nico Williams as well. So
just to say, if anybody missed it at all earlier at halftime, I will be replaying Mike's Iran-Wales rant. And not the version from my channel, the version from his channel, which he very kindly allowed me to use. Which is even worse, Carl.
I know.
Oh, free kick in, but it's headed away by Wales, but straight back, and a long shot that was wide and not very beautiful from Foden. Jeff says England's build-up play very patient. In other words, slow. Would like them to quicken up a bit. You know, it's the year of the haircut, isn't it? There's a few.
Yeah, I know. Well, I ain't gonna have to get that myself for Christmas as well. Too, the year there. Well, some haircuts coming up. So, yeah.
David says he's watching both games. It's good starts for the USA. God, I can't believe we're coming to the end of the group stage already.
I know. It is very surprising that quick as well.
4 games a day. Is that been normal, or is that more than normal?
I think it's kind of maybe a little bit more than normal because of the compact. I think when it's usually the World Cup. Well, no, it is normal for the last World Cup had 4. Most of it was 4 games. So,
was it right?
Yeah, I think it has been always been a bit as a thing, but I think because we don't know what's going to happen in the next World Cup, it may be more than just 4 games. It may be more than.
I know.
Yeah,
it's
so it's going to be a lot.
Yeah,
it's going to be a lot.
It's going to be about 10 games a day, probably. Bloody hell! But throw into England. Oh, a nice turn. Can England do anything with it? He's lost it. No, he's got it back to another player. And it goes all the way back to the halfway line almost. James, it has flown by. I've got to be honest with you. I wake up every morning and I'm thinking like, oh God, is it this day already?
Yeah, just seeing here the Foden, and then Wales cleared it quite well. Yeah, it's just going back to England trying to break Wales down at the moment. I think seeing Wales tried a bit of a not a high defensive line at the moment, but they have keeping the line shape quite well in that back 4.
Oh, is that a free kick? Yeah, this is where you need Maddison on, Gareth. Just looking at the Iran-USA game and the stats, USA do seem to have had the better start. 17 dangerous attacks to 5 from Iran. Nate just said then, USA's creating a lot of opportunities, just haven't capitalised yet. 64% possession to
you know what?
The USA.
It was a weird press conference from both the Iranian and the US press conference. It was very, very, very weird of the questions were asked politically. I was just really, felt like, and Tyler Adams had to answer a question. He got questioned by an Iranian journalist who didn't pronounce it properly, and he actually responded to it quite well. And I just think to myself, why is there so much controversy going on? And I know with the US, with a flag and so forth, but with emblem take off, and And then people have said, this is a political game. It's not a political game. It's 90 minutes game of football. And even the US coach, Greg Bella, couldn't even respond to that question because he's like, I'm not a politician, so I wouldn't know about, so.
No, totally. And to be honest with you, last time they played in the World Cup, it was more controversial because of the hostage situation hadn't been long before. Free kick to England, it's crossed over, and it's out. Is it a corner? No, it's a goal kick to Wales. Not the best of. I can see what they're trying to do, but
I don't like the attacking players have to be and not in that wall now. The way they changed that rule, the attacking players should be in that wall. It is a rubbish rule. Doesn't make no sense at all. So
how many of the newer rules do?
I know my dad was. When I said this to my dad about that Saturday night, like I said,
how is he, by the way? Has he recovered yet from Canada?
I haven't spoke to him yet. I am gonna message him probably later tonight or tomorrow.
Do say that we're all thinking of him.
We'll do. But I'll give him a message tonight if because actually he can't get to watch most of the games at the moment while due to work. But he's keeping he keeps in touch with it. So
Good. I have to keep turning the radio down every time someone's coming at work. Things I have to do for a footy fix. You got customers at this time?
And I thought customers will be at home, be glued to the game rather than
So coming up to 20 minutes gone, Wales 0, England 0, and also 0-0 between Iran and the US of A. I think, like I say, Wales' game plan, I think, is working at the moment. I think they're just trying to frustrate England, aren't they?
Yeah, they are really frustrating England, actually, at the moment. And like I said, England don't want to make sure Wales play a bit wide, wide and narrow. But Wales being compact, it's working quite well. So, Rob Page coming with a game plan to see, but I think England will have to find a way sooner, to try to either get Bellingham further up front. I know at the moment, further up front at the moment, which will be a bit of a difference,
Yeah, they can't play this game. They've got to at some point at least try and go for a win or score some goals, haven't they?
Absolutely, they do. They certainly do.
Just here on the BBC, Wales will try to beat England with emotion, not tactics.
Exactly. Yeah. I know a few of my friends, along with Doug and a few of his friends, they're probably thinking, Scotland would have been better in this World Cup than Wales, to be quite honest with you. When they said that the other night, especially how Wales were playing, and I think, because of what Scotland, why they not got to the World Cup, I don't think they have a player like Bale does, that big time player.
Yes.
I think that's what.
No. Sorry, mate. It was a good crossover, but it went over Henderson's head. But they've still got it, England. Coming down the far side. Can they get the cross in? It's a low cross, and Wales just kick it out. I think Wales, and I said this, Wales are lucky to be there because it was an own goal that got them there.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, as well. And I think that's why I think if you looked at the situation, like I said, the Wales playing against a very emotional Ukraine side, who I thought, they could get to the World Cup, with their emotion as well was hanging high as well. What's been going on, and I think that's why I think Scotland didn't perform well that night in that game, in that rescheduled game, back in June, and now you see Wales, finally found a way to beat them on the motion as well. But I think the problem with Scotland, they don't have players like Ramsey or Bale in their side. When you have someone like John McGinn, he's still not a huge player. Despite yes, he did captain Villa, but he's not captain Villa now after the change. So yeah.
I tell you what, we could do with people growing a bit taller, because every cross that England have put in, it's been over the heads of everybody. Rashford tries a long shot. It's come out. Oh, the Wales player is down. So just to confirm, Dean, security concierge, you'll have your radio up and down all night then. Just to look at this. So for Wales, England, England will qualify with a win or draw, depending on goal difference. The three lines could also make it through in defeat. Let me reword that with the correct pronunciation. England will qualify with a win or a draw. Then, depending on goal difference, the three lines could also make it through in defeat. Wales must win to have any chance of progressing. For Iran and the USA, Iran are guaranteed to progress if they beat the USA. A draw will take the Iranians through, provided Wales do not beat England, in which case goal difference comes into play. For USA, it's simple: win and they are through, lose or draw and they will be heading home. Well, I mean, I'm loving this World Cup in the fact that we're into the third game of the groups, and there's very little has been decided.
It has, yeah. Like I said, only Brazil and Portugal have qualified outright until today. Now, but most of the groups are still decided by a certain win or defeat. That will happen the next couple of days. So yeah, it's anyone to play for at the moment.
It certainly is. Netherlands did disappoint me. I thought they'd put a lot more past Qatar. Got to be honest with you.
Yeah, I was surprised as well. Actually, I thought they could have done a lot more. Actually, I really could. I thought they would have done, but I was surprised that they didn't. Netherlands. That's why the big question about saying they're playing boring football. And that's why Louis van Gaal was very incensed about it. But you can't question it. It could be, I think the only team that scored 3 goals, scored 2 goals. All teams have scored 2 goals, which is a bit surprising. But except for I think for Senegal, I think may have scored a bit more. But yeah, it could have been more goals against like a host nation like Qatar, who have not probably got any household names.
Yes, yeah. So we've got 25 minutes gone. As it stands at the moment, England are top with 5, Iran are second with 4, USA third with 3, and Wales bottom with 2. So surely we can't have 2 0-0s. It was. You are quite right, James. In fact, it's probably the best match I've covered as a watch along. It was an absolutely brilliant game. It was end to end, but you could tell, that one team wanted it more.
Yeah. And you know what? I had Ecuador as one of my sweepstakes actually for this World Cup. I thought really after the first game, they looked like the dark horses, and I don't think they really turned up pretty much in the Netherlands game in the game against Holland, which was disappointing. So I thought Ecuador with the players that they got who are playing in the European leagues would have made a difference, but no, it was a disappointing result from them. If they had to go home early.
Yes. Yeah, but they just didn't today. Senegal knew they had to win, and they went for it.
Yeah, and they certainly did.
Unlike Wales, which at the moment are again disappointing me.
I'm very surprised with Wales in this World. Bit disappointed. I thought I thought the game against the US, that's where the weaknesses were found out very much.
Yeah.
And I think after against Iran as well, when Hennessy got sent off, that did change the game completely, which Iran. And I think a lot of the wider Iranians were not happy. They got so much complaint because they've been questioned, they're not being happy how us and other countries have not happy when they're complaining when they attack the referee, and that should not be in the game because they think it's just like they're bent against the world, but it wasn't, and I think they need to make sure. I think that's why tonight's game against US is vital for the Iranians to try not to get into the referee's head and try to confront him with certain decisions.
Yes. The few tackles had just gone then, and then the referee stopped this one. Have you caught back up with me? Are you on a decent?
I have now. So I just keep going back in and out of the UHD stream. So I'm up now. So I'm about 10 seconds. So I'm not too bad now.
Yeah, about 20 seconds behind me then. Yeah. In fairness, which is normal. But yeah, I'd had a few 0-0s, James, and I was getting a bit bored with me watch along. I thought, am I ever going to see a goal? And that was a good game earlier. Oh, it's a booking. There is a booking for Wales. Wales get the first booking of the match.
Yeah, I've just seen the tackle. Actually, it's Dan James. He's gone over this, just tackled, John Stones, and he deserved that was a booking because he did try to lunge in after he lost it when he lost the ball.
Yes, that was not. And it's funny because Dan wasn't too happy on Dan James starting. To be honest with you.
Yeah, no, and it's quite honest with you, I'm not surprised as well. Dan James didn't need to soldier barge into Stones like that. He didn't need to do that.
Well, of course. I mean, he's one of yours, but he's out on loan, isn't he, at the moment?
Yeah, out on loan, but it just now I think that means Wales are going to be a bit under pressure now. And they need to be careful, not to make sure they go down to 10 men early in the game.
Yeah. So England aren't being intimidated, though.
No, they are being intimidated, which is surprised but not surprised the way Wales where they were gonna go. So
but they just need they need some creativity, England.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if Madders will come on later in the second half.
Or Grealish, and I've got to say Grealish does do it for him. Oh, hang on. No, he's gone wide. He's gone wide, Foden. But England still got it. They're pressing. They're passing it. Back with Foden. 1-2. England are kind of stuck in the corner there. Can they get it out? It's come back over from the far side into the middle now. There's a run from Maguire. He crosses it over, and it's over and out, as they say. I say if Grealish comes, when Grealish comes on for England, he always seems to raise, the crowd level. So I don't dislike him for England. But
I think he could do more for Man City in a way. Actually, he could do a lot more for Man City in a way.
He could. Yeah. But then again, like I always say, he's now no longer the big fish in the little pond.
No, he's not now, especially with. Especially now he's got Haaland there, so kind of the pressure's off it. Well, he's still the biggest transfer player that Man City have ever paid. So,
But I mean, at Villa, he was the name, wasn't he?
He was the name indeed.
He's just having a warm up there. I don't think he's coming on, but he's just loosening his legs. 21% possession to Wales.
Yeah, it's like Wales are really just gonna fire the counter attacking when they are, but I think England will keep dominating that possession. So and like I said, you see Trippier and Saka. They probably might come on later in the game. I think give Saka a rest after he had 2 games, and we need to protect him as well too.
Yes, we do. But I mean, just to say, this is basically backing up what I'm seeing on the screen here. 57 attacks to England, 12 to Wales, 22 dangerous attacks to England, none to Wales. And Wales have not had a shot yet. We've had 4 shots with 1 on target.
Yeah.
And their possessions, it's 80% possession now to England. Unless England make a mistake or we just get hit on the break. I mean, I am so surprised at Wales. They should be coming out. They need to win.
Yeah, I know it is a bit of a surprise, and what are they expecting? They can't expect the results to go in their favour.
No, you can't rely on that. All you've got to do, or Williams is down injured for Wales. All you've got to do is play your game, win in your game, and then you've done everything you can.
Exactly. Yeah.
You know. Ash says, "Good evening, Ash. I smell a USA goal coming before half time."
Yeah, the US has been lacking up front, but they have had the up quality at the moment. But they have taken it. They are pressing a lot more. So
yeah.
You know,
I'm just looking here. 58 attacks to America, 33 to Iran, 30 dangerous to America, 6 to Iran, and 66 possession for the Americans.
Yeah, I've just seen a few Scottish flags in the Welsh end who are supporting Wales. So.
Yes. Somebody said earlier that Dan said earlier in the game that he saw somebody with a Scottish flag, and the old tartan cap on with the ginger curly hair coming out of it.
I know. It looks like
you have got so many expats over there, haven't you?
They do actually. They really do actually. I think Nico Williams is going to come off. I think Chris Mepper is going to come on. I think Nico's still after the ball was still from shot from Rashford, you know, and I think he's not feeling he's concussed. So I think he's going to go off, which means Mepper will come on actually. So England will need to now find a way to get through it now with this substitution, which has come early for our page. That this is the last thing he needed to do.
It has, and it might just, I don't know, unsettle them a little bit because obviously they were set up to play with those players, and sometimes, well, it can go either way with the substitution, can't it?
It can do. Well, Mepper's still on the pitch. Who's number 14? Just checking again. Actually, it looks like it's going to be Chris Gunter. It looks like it was Chris Gunter is going to come on. So.
Let's have a look because he's going off. Number 3 is going off. Is number 14 Robert?
Yeah, it is Roberts. Yeah. It's Roberts coming on. Connor Roberts is coming on. Yeah, so
is he I think is he a Forest player?
I think he's a Whoa. Yeah, I think he is a Forest player. I think either Forest or Wolves, actually.
Let's be honest with you, they've got about 3,000 players, so there's a good chance of me of guessing that. Yeah, but number 14 is on. Roberts is on, number 14, and I've forgotten who's gone off now.
Yeah, no, it is Connor Roberts. He's still at Burnley, so it is Connor Roberts coming on for him. So, yeah. Connor Roberts,
Burnley. Oh, right.
Yeah, he joined Burnley last season from Swansea, I think he was one of their, just seeing here, one of their few £1 million players. So, yeah, so Connor Roberts is coming on. So, right, that's for me to get my food ready now. So, I won't be long.
No, that's fine, sir. You take your time. Yeah, it was, Connor Roberts has come on, Williams has gone off, and Maguire's just given a foul away. I mean, anyway, in the chat, are you feeling confident? I mean, at the moment, I've not seen anything from Wales that worries me. That's famous last words, but England break now. There's a Wales calling for a free kick, which they didn't get. England are breaking down the far side. Lovely little back heel. We're through. Can we do? Come on! Oh! Phil Foden. Oh, high, wide, and not beautiful. There's a lovely little back heel in there. I think it was actually from Kane. And then Phil Foden. Yeah, it's an up and over. You call those in the rugby world. So Wales are trying to come away. Went through 2 England players, couldn't get past the third, but it's come out to Wales. They're attacking down the far side, bring it inside, laying it off, a long shot attempted, but it didn't get past the England player that was 2 foot in front of him. Maybe he should have tried to go around him. Rashford's coming down the near side. Goes past 1, past 2, passes it to Maguire. Crossing the middle, now it's on the far side. It's the far side, and America have scored a goal. A goal for America. We'll come back to that in a second to see where he's going. Oh! Rashford, an overhead kick attempt there. Oh! America has scored. America are 1-0 up. Well, that would have been a spectacular goal as well for Rashford. Let us update this. See, Karl will be annoyed because as soon as you go to the toilet, you get a goal comes. Oops. In fact, Wales 1-0. Then that would have been a slip, wouldn't it? You were saying that they were dominating, Nate. You were saying that they were dominating. So let's have a look what that does to the table. And it hasn't updated yet. Which is typical, isn't it? Corner for England. Phil Foden's going to take it. Raises his hand. That should be putting America into second place. Goal USA crossed into Butrick. Pulisic, sorry. Pulisic staying down. Ooh. Yeah, Ash. Psychic Ash. You've missed a goal to America.
Yeah, I just heard it in the background. I'm like, oh, wow, so.
Well, at the moment, England are top with 5. America are second with 5. Iran are third with 3. And Wales have got 2 in 4th. So at the moment, the way things stand, USA, and if Wales get a goal, of course, USA will go top of the group.
Yeah.
Looks like he took a knee to the family jewels.
Ouch.
Oh, hey, come on. Well done, Ash. Come on. If you predicted you predicted the last goal, let's hope you get correct with this one as well.
Please do. Please do.
It's 41 minutes, though. This is good enough for England, but it is far from good enough for Wales. Stones is asking.
Well, the good news is, I've seen the standards, because if USA needs to score more goals, and at the moment, even though they win, if we lose 1-0 5 at the moment. So, yeah, it will depend now. That's the thing. So,
yeah, a long cross up there. Phil Foden, bless him, was never going to get on the end of it. Well, he did get on the end of it, but it was too hard for him to control.
yeah.
So we're coming up to half times. Woo, woo, woo. Wales fans are singing away. And there's one English fan there in the crowd sat in the middle of all the Welsh fans. He bought the wrong ticket.
Fair play to him. If he celebrates in the England score, then it will all like they'll be jumping up him.
Yes. Probably be the last time we see him. Can England now? It's been a bit of head tennis, and they lose out. No, they don't. They get a free kick. Kane was trying to get past too many players there. Come on, England. And it's a shot over. Come on, this is what we need.
It's coming home, it's coming. Football's coming home. It's coming home, it's coming home, it's coming. Football's coming home.
Yes. It would be nice.
It would be, yeah.
I don't think we can win the whole thing, but
no.
Looks like this one could end the half 0-0. USA need to score another 3 or 4, I think. Let's have a look. We are on a +4 goal difference. The USA are on a +1. So to top the group, 4 would do it. 3, yeah. I think Ash said earlier it might be pulled out of a hat names because we'll have both got +4. If they only get 3, we'll both have +4, and our game was drawn. So I'm not sure what they'll do there. Pulisic is coming back into the game, and a cross that was straight down Danny Ward's throat, and he took it well. 45 minutes on the clock, and there's going to be 5 minutes. 5 minutes of injury time. Do you know what, Carl? Where are the Ninja Turtle, whatever they're called? Here they are. Teenage Mutant, that was the word I forgot.
I know. Yeah, just at the moment, but like I say, England should be a bit more better. Trying to break down Wales in the first half should have done more, but
yeah,
at the moment Wales are keeping to their game plan at the moment, and Kane has to play really deep at the moment, which so
yeah, it's still 1-0. And they've got 5 minutes as well in their game, Iran versus the US of A. And at the moment, the Imperial Western Power is on top in that game. I mean, I'm sorry, Wales have had one dangerous attack in the whole 45 minutes.
Yeah, it's disappointing, really.
They've had one shot. But then England, we've had 34, but we're just not making them count.
I know, exactly. I agree with you with that one. I just, Keane couldn't have done a bit more. Wales when all they had not a lot of shot on target. So,
yeah. 4 corners to England, none to Wales. I mean, it's just it's like watching Leicester. You just know that if we're not careful, that they're going to come and punish
Yeah.
us for it.
Yeah, exactly.
No, it's 0-0, mate.
Might be the your time is still Wales 0, England 1 actually. So
Yeah, no, it says 0-0 on the graphic.
not on the banner.
Oh, sorry, on that one. Yeah, sorry. Wishful thinking, mate. Fraudulent slip there for any Welsh fans. Again, you know, when we play a team, I mean, this is why I don't want to play Holland. That was a head coming together of heads there. When we play a team like a Germany, a France, a Holland, a Brazil, Argentina, we can't have this much possession and still think that we're going to be 0-0.
Yeah, no, I 100% agree with you with that one. Yeah. Let's see, yeah. Oof, yeah.
Yeah, yes, it was very much wishful thinking. Because I'll tell you something, England have had so much of this game that I can just see Wales coming through and absolutely. Fisticuffs, Rashford there. Rashford and Roberts.
Yeah, I've just seen it as well.
Nate, to be honest with you, says Madders is the missing piece. Whether it's him or possibly even
Grealish.
Grealish, yeah. We just need somebody to come on and just create something, because at the moment, 74% possession, and we're just doing nothing with it. And it's half time.
Well,
it is half time, and England, no doubt, are the better team. No doubt they're the team that's attempting to win it. But to be totally honest with you, we don't. If Danny Ward, apart from one save, has probably, not just probably, definitely has had nothing to do.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Right, well, it is dropping kids off at the pool and watering the garden time. Give us 3 or 4 minutes, guys, and we will be back. And we've got that Mike final video again. Be back in a few minutes.
This is the Leicester Till I Die Watch-Along show. Join in the chat and don't forget to subscribe.
Leicester Till I Die TV, your World Cup channel. Whoever you support, enjoy the show.
And join in with the banter.
Indeed. Oh, let me just change that. That's not as expected. Let's just get a few comments up and then we will look at the thing. Maguire playing as a forward, says Ash. 2-0. Is it 2-0? Never mind. Rolled offside. He got too excited there. So close. So nearly 2-0 for America. This set up for 1-1 and Wales beating England 1-0. That's just for the Welsh dream. I expect USA to win 2 or 3-0. England will get a goal second half. I mean, as things stand there at the table, England are top with 5 points. USA moved up to second with 5. Iran down on 3. And Wales on the bottom with 2. Like you say, to say that they need to beat us, and they have got to come out now that if they go in there, well, they will go in there and know that USA are winning. They've got to come at us, haven't they? Now
they have to now. They have to now when they want to hear about USA winning now, because Wales cannot be playing compact and playing part of the bus at the moment. Having less possession. Wales, they have got to take their chances right now. To be quite honest, they really need to. But if England try to, England will, I think having inclusion with Henderson in that defensive midfield, I think it's really closed Wales down in most of that game, to quite honest. But yeah, Wales need to make a change game plan after, with Nico Williams going off now and Conrad's coming on. I think England will need to make a bit of a tweak to the tactic to try to get Conor Roberts on his weak foot to try and get the ball to off the ball. So let's see how Southgate goes if he sticks with the same 11 at the start of the second half.
Yeah. Well, like I say, when you look at Wales' stats, the only thing that they're doing well on is they've got one more booking than us, because we haven't got a booking and they have. But they've got 26% possession. They've only had 27 attacks. Only 2 of those have been dangerous, and they've only had 2 shots off target, and that sums their first half up. More of the same, please, Wales, because quite frankly, you're making it not difficult for England.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it is, and it's a weird thing at the moment how Wales came out from the first minute. It's very surprising. I know some of the Welsh fans might be happy with that to hold England, but now that's something the Welsh fans are expecting more now to try to get Bale into this game. But fair play to Luke Shaw and Harry Maguire, they've kept him quiet, and also fair play to Declan Rice as well too. So yeah, this is where you worry for Wales and need to find a way.
Just showing there, Wales have had 197 touches. Not one of them has been in our penalty box.
Yeah, we've seen it now. That is a bit of a surprise, and that is a bit of a worry for Wales if they're not getting the 6-yard attack England. And compared to England, has had many touches in Wales in their attacking box. So yeah, this is a huge worry for Wales.
Well, I tell you what. Should we, seeing as we're drawing 0-0 with Wales, for those of you that missed it at the start, Mike came into the show. This is how Mike reacted to the 2 goals when Iran beat Wales 2-0. Sit back, enjoy. Don't have a drink because you'll end up spitting it out.
And it falls. Oh, and it's in! We're out! The cheats are winning! The bloody cheats are winning! Oh, look at them celebrating! You're getting knocked out anyway, you bloody prats! You're getting bloody grouped anyway! You bloody idiot, yeah! You're getting knocked out anyway, you crap! Man, I hope you get fucking annihilated by you bunch of idiots. That's us out. That is us out. That's us gone. He's got to give more than time. He's got to give like 13, 40 minutes at a time. Because mate, 2 or 3 has been fucking waste of thing. We've got to go to at least 104. At least. How are we in the 12th minute, you fucking can't. 90 plus 100 take away 90 is not 12, you Oh, off! Fuck right off! Do one, you idiots! You cheating pricks! Go fuck one! Fuck! I've had a fuck! I've had a guts full, man! Oh, fuck! Man, in fuck! Let's all get the fuck out, shall we? Everyone's in cost of living prices, mate. Everyone's in mall. We're in the middle of a session. Who gives a fuck? I'm not watching it anymore. I'm fucking off.
Oh my God.
I appreciate and I apologise. I don't think I got the timing right on a few of those bleeps. But can I just say that if I'd got a guy in to come and do the bleeps for me and he charged me for every bleep, I'd be broke now. I'd be in recession. Who cares about Iran's problems? We're in a cost of living crisis. Oh, Mike, I love you, mate. That's passion. That is passion from a 20-year-old Welsh fan.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but you will understand why, or you will know because you heard it live, why I couldn't just play it all without any bleeps on.
I know.
I started just before midnight. I thought I better add some bleeps on here. It took me till gone 2 a.m.
Let me just say this to you. He's just beating Rav C. Nesbitt's radio rant on that one time. and he's beating it, yeah.
Oh, bless him. That second goal really set us off an eruption of bleeps.
I know.
How were the cheats? I mean, he doesn't remember. He said, "I do not remember quoting the cost of living crisis." I mean, you just go off on one, don't you? You do. That oh god, just absolutely. I might have to put that out as a video on its own, but yes. But Mike Green TV on YouTube if you want to see more of him. Carl, just remind people, where can we find yourself on social media?
Yeah, sure thing. You can find me at Carl Levy92 on Twitter. Just follow me, and I usually share the football news. Follow our football page, the Total Leaving Home football channel at LH Football Pod. Just find us there. Just follow us. We'll follow you back. Also, as well, we do have a Facebook page and YouTube channel called the Total Leaving Home Football Podcast. Please subscribe to us. We are trying to get up to 50 subscribers by Christmas as well. And also, if you want to listen to us on the go, you can watch us on Spotify, both audio and video podcasts, as well as Google, Apple, and other podcast platform services.
Indeed. Thank you very much, sir. Ash, if you can put music to it, will it not cancel out the bleeps, though? Because I think the funny bit of it is the fact that there's so many bleeps. I think that's what works. I don't. Yeah, we'll have a talk. Ash, certainly. But it's an idea. It's an idea. I mean, it was just. It was hilarious at the time, but that's even more hilarious, isn't it?
It is, yeah. It really is, actually. And to be quite honest with you, I couldn't stop laughing after a Friday, and then laughing again. I just, yeah. Even my old partner was looking like she couldn't even believe, like, you know, yeah. She had a smile to her face as well. So yeah, not surprised. So
no, not surprised.
So I see Bale's gone off. Gareth Bale has gone off in coming on.
Who's coming on?
Brendan Johnson from Nottingham Forest.
Oh, Bale's off. Wow. Again, but he's done absolutely nothing, has he?
No, he's done nothing. And that is a bold move from Rob Page to do.
Yes.
Very bold move.
I will do, Ash. Thank you very much. So it's going to be funny, even funnier. Yeah, I mean, if it pays off, it'll be the toast of Wales. If it doesn't pay off, he'll be toasted by Wales, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm just trying to find, I think I'm just looking at the Bale's pass map actually, and my God, it's woeful. It's really woeful. He's only had one pass. That's all he's had.
Yeah. Saints going to be back at full time. He says England goal coming at 55 minutes. England now, if you're watching it on your TV screen, England are now playing from left to right. So completely the opposite to what it is on the graphic, but they never change the graphic at half time because there's too much involved. England, like I say, white tops, blue shorts, white socks, left to right. Therefore, Wales, right to left, red top, white shorts, red socks. Does that make me sound sort of half professional at all?
It does, actually. Yeah.
Come on now, England. England had that half. I'm just worried this is going to come back and bite them on the bottom.
Well, it's a huge, like I said, with the change of not having Bale on, and he only made one pass just before the end of the game, before the end of the first half. It just sums up him being so invisible,
Yeah, they've just had two dangerous attacks and 2 shots on target. They're up to now.
Yeah,
but they've only had 29 attacks to England's 78. But England. He's got to make changes, surely, Gareth Southgate.
I think he will make changes. I think, Brendan Johnson is going to be a bit more physical, towards Luke Shaw now. So that is going to be a bit of a key area that Shaw will need to battle now with Bale now coming off. So,
if we needed to win this game, do you think we would have seen a different team out there?
Yes, I would have done. I would have seen a different team. Most of the players will not be here. And I think someone like Luke Shaw will probably not play. And probably Maguire or Stones will probably play Ben White, So, yeah, it would have been a bit of a different team, from all the areas, most of all the areas. But as I see at the moment, I think England are really trying to see now because which means Wales are going into look like a back.
A free kick to England here. Foden went on an amazing run.
See it now. Free.
This is when you would want Grealish or Maddison on, isn't it?
It is. It really is. And I think Gareth Southgate will make a decision. If this free kick doesn't go well, I think he will make the change. I think he will do.
I hope he makes it sooner rather than later. I'm just scared the longer it goes on. We're still through, with a loss, I think, aren't we?
Yeah, we're still through with the loss. So,
but it's just we face Holland, and Holland haven't been overly. Only putting 2 past Qatar. I'm just thinking, it's an England goal. England have scored! OMG! OMG! Who is it? It's got to be from the free kick, surely.
He has me for the free kick. It looks like I'm just seeing here.
Is it Rashford?
And Rashford looked more the confident one. I could just see him. He was ready to just see. And I'm just seeing now he's about to take it.
Yes! Oh, Rashford! Get in, my son! Get in! Yes, yes, yes!
What a goal! What a goal! Wow! What a goal for Marcus Rashford.
Here we go. This is what was happening. Goal! Yes, indeed. It is 1-0 to England. Marcus Rashford from the... Who needs Maddison? Who needs Grealish?
No, I know. Rashford is a very good free kick taker as well, you know. And, you know, and I think that he set himself that position. That position was perfect for him to try to get the... And Danny Ward had no chance at all.
No, he didn't, in fairness. He didn't... Up to easy. He didn't... he wasn't stopping that.
No.
Well, he got close to it, but he just wasn't. He did nothing wrong there. He just was never going to stop that.
Yeah, he was never going to stop that.
Wow!
Again!
2! We scored again! What the hell is going on here with England? I mean, that must have been straight from the kickoff.
Wow, Wales are capitulating right now. Again, it just says it all with Wales. They're not being... I'm just seeing it from the kickoff, and it looks like King trying to get the ball, and I'm just seeing the pass back, to pass it to Ward, and I think Rashford.
Foden.
I mean, what interception by Rashford, and King passes it low shot, and Foden just puts it in. England have turned up. That is what we needed, and now Wales. I think,
Goal! Oh, guys, this is what I hadn't even typed the one out yet. If it was on the 55th minute, I'm going to go and get Ash a pint. What a goal! Yes, it is. Ward couldn't stop that. Well done. And the floodgates have opened. Yes. I mean, the second goal. Yeah, I mean, they're messing about at the back.
Yeah, absolutely.
He realises the Welsh defender that, it's gone to Kane. Kane gets the ball in.
Yeah.
What is the number 5 for Wales doing? Nobody's picking Foden up at the back.
Yeah. Chris Mepper should have done better. I said Ben Davies got intercepted by Rashford. Right, well, good block for Rashford. And then Mepper should have done better. And and you just let someone like Foden just drill that ball into the bottom right-hand corner. And
I can see Mike. I can see Mike. Shall we have a listen?
Yeah.
Someone bloody punch his face. Fuck off.
Here we go.
That's it. That's what I say. Bye.
Oh, hang on. Yeah, no, I'm not.
That's us gone. Piss off.
I thought I got the other thing up, the other stream up.
I know. Oh my god.
Fuck off. Fucking shit. Fucking twat. Fuck off.
I'm just going to leave him a little message that just says good evening.
I mean, it's not coming home, is it? You're still shit.
You say it.
Big by the Germans! You're getting big by the Germans! Fuck off. Fuck off, English fucking fans in the chat as well. Can't be arsed, man.
I'm just replying you're getting beat by the English.
Fuck off, I don't give a shit, man. Oh, we're getting the fucking ball away again! Oh, I don't even give a fucking shit about the America game. Fucking... Don't give a shit about that game now, do I?
This is more fun than just watching it happen.
It is actually, and I'm sorry like a Cheshire cat, just grinning. But yeah, looks so smug.
Oh, they're getting very, very upset. The Welsh fans. I don't think he's going to reply to my comment.
No, I think he's yeah. You don't want to reply to any English, yeah.
I've just said that Wales need Ole to come in and sort them out. He's not interested anymore in the World Cup, he says.
No.
Oh dear.
Well, you can go watch Newport now for the rest of the World Cup. So,
Wales have a leak in defence.
Fucking doing as well, man. That's never a fucking free kick. Go on, Ramsey. James will keep it alive. What, Dan?
I'm being ignored. Let's come out. Let's come out of there and come back to our game.
Yeah.
Wales manager just retired, Bale. I said 55 minutes. I wanted to say 50, but this is over. It is all over. Let me just... I'm glad I didn't update the score after the... See, when people said that I was wrong in putting 1-0 up...
I know.
I was just a tad early. That's all it was, guys. Just a tad early. So there we go. Wales 0, England 2, Iran 0, the USA 1. Let's have a look what that means to the table. Well, I'll tell you what it means to the table. Wilson's coming on.
And Calvin Phillips, yeah. And looks like who else is coming on as well. I see another player. And Trent Alexander-Arnold's coming on as well.
Yes, yeah. So England have got 7 points and are sat on the top. USA second. They're coming through with us at the moment on 5. Iran on 3. Wales on 1. So who predicted that in our pre-season things? Well, I can tell you, Brad didn't. No, he didn't. He actually. Brad went England, USA, Wales, Iran. Exactly the same as me. And Doug went England, Wales. Oh dear, Doug. How's that lasted?
Well, do you know what? If I don't see him on Friday, I was asking if he wants to come up for a drink with me on Friday. But if he does it, he'd be like, "Yeah, I was wrong about the whole thing." You know, I said, well.
So there's no sign of Madison yet, but also no sign of Grealish. In fairness.
Yeah, I have to say, Foden and Rashford are working quite well, getting those 2 goals. And do you know what? I think this is why Foden needs to be in this game. It was vital. And he's got his goal, you know. He has broken down that Welsh defence and on the wings.
Yeah, I mean, the first goal, amazing. It was a great free kick from Rashford. And I think Rashford's the better player now. His mind's... I mean, I love what he did for the kids during COVID and everything, don't get me wrong, but his mind's back on football now, and I think he's benefiting from that. I think just showing the second... Sorry?
Yeah, I think with the right manager of Ten Hag has made a difference for him. I think he just struggled, and I think he was looking like he was going to leave last season under Rangnick, and Ollie, it just wasn't there. But I think we're seeing a difference in him now for the first time.
Yes. I mean, the second goal... I mean, that was almost like what Maguire did against Leicester. The Welsh defender had it. Well, in fairness, Danny Ward kicked it out to the defender. They were trying to break out from the back. And in fairness, goalkeepers are told to do that, I think. I think it's natural for the goalkeeper to try and kick it forward. Another substitution for Wales. Lost the ball. It ended up with Kane. He crossed it over. Foden coming steaming in at the back, nobody picking them up. And the Welsh, I think it was number 5, was just looking at that ball going in front of him across the goal and like, oh shit, there's Foden.
Yeah.
And the ball's in the back. Karl is a lily white. Are they Lily Whites? No, that's Preston,
No,
isn't it?
just Leeds. That's Spurs. I'm a Leeds fan, so yeah, I wouldn't say Lily White. That's Spurs.
No, I
man.
apologise. What's the nickname for Leeds? Dirty bastards, I know.
Dirty Leeds, yeah, and yeah, Dirty Leeds. That's what people call us. We are called the Whites as well too. But...
I'm going to ask it. I know there was a Whites in there somewhere. Forgive me for the Spurs reference, but I knew Whites was in there somewhere.
Yeah. No.
He's a nice Leeds fan, though, Nate. I'm going to be honest, and I'm going to say this to the Leeds fans. You came up and you have been, to my mind, you've come up and you've never ever said, we're back where we belong. We're the mighty Leeds. We did all this under Don Revie. You were just, we're glad to be back. Not even Forest come back up, and
I know.
Two sets of different fans.
Yeah, it's just expectations that what we expected to do. So that's the
and I've got to say credit to you, credit to the fans for not coming back up with the big hoo-ha, But sure. Now England, half an hour to go. We are in control.
Yeah, so yeah. Do you know what? And Chris Meppen will be going back. We'll be glad when he goes back to Bournemouth after tonight's game to let that go. He's going to be watching that thinking, if Foden scores against me again when I'm playing for Bournemouth, when I'm playing City, I'm going to be in deep trouble,
Yes. Another booking for Wales. Is it Ramsey? Yeah, number 10.
Yeah,
Ramsey just got booked.
Yeah.
Referee's had a good game.
He has, and he's a very experienced referee. He knows. He's kept the game flowing. He's been on. He's been on point with his cut of the fouls as well. So, and like I said, it's because
yes. Tell you what, that was stood straight into his ankle.
Yeah, I just seen that as well. Actually, the way the studs just went. And it just ouch. Ramsey should have been. I know he was a bit late with that one. Yeah, a few American connections with Marsh, Tyler Adams. Exactly. Brendan Harrison. So I am keeping in touch with the US boys because I'm glad they're getting to represent us at Leeds, for Leeds, at the World Cup. So I'm really been very glad they've done quite well with the US teams. Has had to come a long way of bringing players now into Europe. So fair play.
Yeah. Kate says, did anyone predict USA and England to go through? Yeah, Brad did. And so did I. England, USA, Wales, Iran was the way. Nobody got the actual four in order, but if you do anything on Friday night, we're going back to the predictions and seeing who did what, where, and seeing how good we all are. Yes, indeed. Please, James. Thank you very much. If you're new, subscribe. Appreciate it. If you are already subscribed, press the likes and make sure you check out Karl's channel as well. Link is in the chat on YouTube. Ash, the stat saint with a stat. You should change your name, Ash. I presume that's the band name, but you should change a saint with a saint with stats. Harry Kane, 3 assists of England's 8 goals. Foden 1 goal, 1 assist. Rashford 2 goals. Surely this is our front 3. I mean, you got to say people are going to turn around and go, Harry Kane, not scoring goals. Who gives a shit if he's supplying them? I'm happy with him.
Yeah, I am as well too. Actually, it's not about the goals for him. It's about that's what I said earlier. He's coming in deep. He's trying to link Foden and Rashford, and he was doing that most of the game, and it worked to fruition with the second goal. We see him linking up that play, that pass to Foden to make it 2-0.
Indeed. I just want to confirm where are we? Just want to confirm the substitutions here. Wales have just taken off Ben Davies and brought on Joseph Morel. Kevin Phillips is on for Declan Rice. Callum Wilson is on for Harry Kane. And why not? They're going to rest him. And Trent Alexander-Arnold is on for Kyle Walker. So those are the changes.
Yeah, England's completed 386 passes to Wales, 142. It just shows Wales have really been struggling with passing the ball. It's really been dreadful from them.
Yes. Oh, Infantino's there. He's got his lovely. What did you say? Lovely. He's got a suit on, suit and tie, and white trainers. Work that one out. Yeah, you're quite right there, Ash. Oh, Short is coming off.
Yeah,
Short is coming off. Who is coming on?
Looks like
Trippier is coming on.
Trippier can play left back as well, but I think I could see England now. Well, I think Kyle Walker's still on. I don't know if they'll go into a back three, but I think it will stay.
I think Walker's off, isn't he?
No, Walker is off, so I think it will go into a back three in a way to Kratos. Yeah. So yeah.
Well, he's made 4 of his 5 substitutions. So are we going to see Grealish or Maddison come on, I wonder?
I would be surprised if I will not be surprised if Mads will get on for the last, coming off a rest for the last 20, 15 minutes of the game to get him some bit of a match pace. So, yeah, I would bring him on because look where we are. We're comfortable at the moment, So I just don't see Wales really getting to the chances at the moment. So
I don't think he will, funnily enough. I mean, he has been training. This would be his first game. Like you say, if he comes on for 10 minutes, but I don't know. I can't see him bringing him on. He might want to save him if we do go through in the future.
Yeah, I agree with that. I just think Saka will be saved as well for the next game.
Yeah.
And I think
he looked tired.
Yeah, and also Sterling as well.
Anthony, you missed it earlier. We just had a raid on Mike Green, and if you go back to when we scored the second goal, you will hear, shall we say, let's just say, you will hear Mike Green's reaction.
Yes.
It was pretty much the same reaction as he had when it was Wales against Iran. So, just like, eat, sleep, repeat, isn't it? Or in that case, Wales, play, concede, repeat.
Yeah.
I mean, in fairness to them, you've got to say, look, 60-odd years they've waited. Do you know what I mean? And they haven't really turned up, have they?
No, they haven't turned up. And I think this was a big. I think this World Cup. What is it? Too much for them? Oh.
3 to England. Bring it on. We are just going. It's all coming. It's all going now, isn't it?
Yeah.
And I don't even feel I can raid Mike again. I think that would be too nasty.
No. Let Mike. Yeah, leave Mike.
Let it lie. Oh, Rashford's down the side. He must have been on side. Oh, he nutmegs the defender. And it's through Ward's legs.
Yeah.
Oh my God, Danny Ward. What are you thinking?
Yeah. Oh, no. Oh, that was, Ward could have done better. Wow. And you know what? Morel just could have done better, and he just got Meg, it was Connor Roberts could have done better. And just, then, what a second goal from Rashford. I would be surprised Rashford will be England's top goal scorer. And maybe even keep going. I think he may be in contention for Golden Boot.
Yeah, here we go again. Goal! Indeed, 3-0 to England. I need to update my graphic. England are just going absolutely bananas. Are you watching, Mike? Your boys are taking a hell of a beating.
Yeah, and Rashford kept on saying, what a good play to go past Roberts. And then Danny Ward could have done better to save that. Rashford, he's proving himself. And Ward should have not let that go through his legs. That should be an easy shot for him to save. But
70 minutes coming up. Wales 0, England 3. The other game is still 1-0 to the USA. Chris Welsh says, can we all say congratulations to Wales on wonderful achievement, 1 point, 1 goal, which was a penalty, and finishing bottom. Unbelievable fairy tale story. Let's give them World Cup trophy. Chris, you are a naughty man, sir. You are funny. I'm going to grant you. Chris, who got the predictions wrong again? Yes. Well, I knew my prediction was wrong as soon as you agreed with me. Who's gone 3-0? Let's have a look. Nobody. We all stopped at 2. Nobody went for 3. Oh dear. Let's have a look what that's done to the table. I'm not going to change it much. England played 3, 1-2, drawn 1. 9 goals for, 2 against, +7 on 7 points. USA second on 5 with 1+1 goal difference. Iran, they need to get something. Iran at the moment, Iran are out and they're on -3. A win will only do for Iran now. Wales, bye-bye. Bye-bye, Wales. Because Iran are on -3 goal difference. If they get a point, if they get a draw, they'll go up to 4, but the USA will be on 4. The USA will be down to 3. A draw will send Iran through.
Yeah, absolutely. And listen, if the Iranian players are going to play at the end of the game for any controversial decision, you know what? They could have done better against England. That killed them much anyway. Yes, they won against Wales, but
it's just I was just double checking that. Then Iran are guaranteed to progress if they win. A draw will also take the Iranians through, provided Wales do not beat England. In which case, goal difference is a corner to England. We've got a fair few more corners. 5 to Wales is 1. Good save. In fairness, good save there from Ward.
Yeah, just seen it as well.
Corner. Yeah, got his foot to it. I do think he could have done better with that third goal, though.
Right, yeah, he could have done more with the third goal, and I don't know how you let that go through you. And do you know what? It just shows that weakness for not having Hennessy, who's more better with that shot, to save that, So really disappointing for Wales.
David, I don't know what you were drinking to go 1-1, mate, to be honest with you, but whatever it is, can you send me some? I have some as a celebration. Oh, I think we've got to have. I'm sorry, guys, but I think it's got to be time for this.
It's coming home. It's coming home. It's coming. Football's coming home. It's coming home. It's coming home. It's coming. Football's coming home.
We might not be coming home, but we're still going to be champions of England, aren't we? Of Britain, I mean. Champions of Britain.
Yeah, I know.
I don't know what the referee's doing there.
I think he just wanted to check with the injury that happened to us. I think it was Foden. So he just wanted to check, make sure he was all right.
Right, okay.
Yeah, I think Rondon made a nearly tread on him, on his right knee, on his right top of his right ankle. So yeah.
So I mean, okay, we look good against Iran. We waited 40 odd minutes to get the goal, and then the floodgates opened. Wales, we dominated the first half, but we went in at 0-0. Got the goal in the second half, quite early into the second half, in fairness. It's now 3-0. I'd say it's not coming home. To be honest with you, I think we've been one of the better teams. Not saying the best, but we've certainly been one of the better teams, haven't we?
We have been, actually, to be quite honest with you. I think, we were questioning the England team during, as we did, as how the poor summer they've had, and we've been one of the better teams along with Brazil, to be quite honest with you, who have, listen, and like I said, Brazil are going to have to do it without Neymar for, maybe for the rest of the tournament, we'll see. But as I said, we've got our players, we've been fit enough, we've been, clinical where we need to. Yeah, the US game was a bit disappointing, but maybe it was the right thing to get something against the USA and try to finish the job off against Wales. So, fair play. Yeah, I think Southgate tried to do what was right for the USA game. Was a tough one, but hey, the draw was a fair one for us when we needed.
Yeah. I'm just going to raid Dan's channel now. He's on his own, bless him. So this is Rashford's coming off. This is the final substitution, and it's Grealish coming on.
Yeah, I think you're right about Madison. I don't think he will. I wouldn't be surprised if he playing in knockout football now.
But again, why risk him?
Yeah, why risk him against Wales?
Yeah.
When you got bigger games that we might have to get further. Yeah, you're probably right. Actually, maybe play him in a knockout stage either the last 16 or against Senegal or in the quarterfinal. So
yes, indeed. I'm going to tell him raided Mike's channel at 2-0. Concede, swear, repeat. Let's just let's just see if he gets raided Mike's channel at 2-0. Concede, swear, repeat. Yeah, no, I mean, it would have been nice to see Maddison get on, but I mean, as I say, he's not trained as long as the others, so it does make sense, doesn't it?
It does make sense, yeah. And I've seen Wales now taking off Dan James and bringing Harry Wilson on. Harry Wilson from Fulham as well, so his fellow teammate. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, what a poor ball from Wales, and that could be 4-0 as well. I would say from Ward as well. Oh, that was a chance. That was a chance for him to get his second goal.
Oh, can you see England getting any more?
I could see them getting at least one more. Actually, one or probably two more. The way it's going at the moment. And what a deflected, what a stop by Chris Method. He got his foot on the ball before Bellingham was trying to get it in, and I don't think that was Foden. I think looks like Rondon just got that touch before trying to distract Foden from tapping it in.
Just see if he does fancy coming on at the end of this game. Just got 78 minutes on the clock.
So yeah, good luck with that, Dan. He's going to try and get back on his channel at the end.
Yeah.
Oh dear. Good luck with that. Good for Maguire, who's been England's best defender so far. He has. You're right. Grealish, bar humbug. I told you, Southgate doesn't like Maddison. Put him on media pressure. I just think it's silly. Like I say, why risk him? We're 3-0 up, 12 minutes to go.
Yeah.
Why risk playing him? Because he's not. We don't know. He's on the bench, but there's no. I just think it's silly. I do. But then again, that's the Leicester in me. I'm saying, don't get him injured, and we want him to come back in one piece.
Yeah.
So it's 3-0, 64% possession to England, 59 attacks to Wales, 98 to England, 11 dangerous for Wales, 43 for England. Wales have had 4 shots, 1 on target. England have had 9. They have had 16 shots, of which 7 were on target. And I think that just sums up the whole game for you, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does, actually. And I actually see Douglas is not watching the game, and I've just seen it. His wonderful wife, Rebecca, surprised him they were spending their evening watching Muppets Christmas Carol with a live orchestra. So they're now spending their date night, at Usher Hall. So
what have they done tonight then?
They're going to watch Muppets Christmas Carol with a live orchestra.
Oh, right.
Hall. So Douglas is having a good time. I don't know if he was keeping his eyes on the England game, but
Yes. I always said he was the Muppet. He won't play again then, Ash. Possibly. Look, to me, England winning is more important than just Maddison coming on.
It is. Yeah, it is at the moment,
Yeah. That's it. And more important as well is, for me, again, it's Maddison coming back fully fit for England rather than putting him on and he hurts himself again, damages his knee, and he's out for Leicester when he comes back.
Yeah.
For him, obviously, I hope he gets on because I know he wants to do that, and I wish him all the best. But I'm just saying, for me personally, that's my opinion. Have you seen in every tunnel during the game? There's like 3 guys sat down, and one of them was sort of obviously somebody from Qatar with the full Arab gear on.
Royal family, yeah. I have noticed.
I don't know what he's doing. So England really now can just play. There's 10 minutes to go. Was Maddison blagging it, saying he was fit after that last game in the Premier League? Well, before England would have taken him, I'm sure, I don't think Brendan would have let him go if he thought he wasn't fit, because like I say, at the end of the day, Leicester pay his wages. So I wouldn't have thought that, but, you don't know what to believe, do you?
No, exactly.
Here comes Grealish. Grealish into the box. Plays it to Rashford. Oh, loses it. Kate says, would love to see a movie with a live choir.
It does sound great, actually. I would agree as well, actually. I've always been intrigued to go to one of those. So, yeah, I may have to think about that at some point. If there's a film going on with a live orchestra, I might have to consider it. So,
well, they did one down here recently in Bournemouth. It was the Harry Potter, but
okay.
I didn't go, obviously, but I do. I must admit, I have been to a couple of musicals. I went to see Chess, which was obviously the ABBA when it was on. Oh, is that a free kick to Wales? Yes, it is. Maguire has brought a player down. He's arguing, but he's not going to get booked.
He brought down Keith from down.
The best one I ever went to see, I went to see Phantom of the Opera.
Do you know what? That's one thing I've I'm not a big fan of musicals, but I like to go see Hamilton. And I watched it on Disney Plus when it came out during the pandemic.
Right, yeah.
I really want to go see it. Actually, I want to go see it at some point. So yeah.
Yeah. I mean. The funny thing was that it wasn't Michael Crawford by the time I got to see him. But then again, you didn't know because you had his mask on for most of the film, so it could have been anybody. Anyway, it's a free kick to Wales. Oh, bad free kick, straight into the wall.
Bad free kick from Harry Wilson, really bad free kick.
Surely at this level, they should be able to get the ball over the walls. We're talking about the top players from every country here.
Well, you're right what you're saying, yeah. And you know what? If you like Marcel Bielsa, you'll be watching like who's in the free kick, who's in that free kick wall for many of the teams for each of the opposition. Okay, right. We need to plan of trying to get it over between the second and the third player. That's what this should have done. I think Poland got Bielsa with his knowledge during before the World Cup, and he actually gave him his tactical stuff. What he did,
Yeah.
And the Polish fans, Polish players applauded him. Said thank you for giving us the study of what of the opposition.
Yeah.
So
There's a shot just coming from Wales number 25,
Yeah,
but it was another one of those. Can we have it back from the space station, please?
Yeah, Corel just, and I see the Welsh fans applauded. They realised, they tried their best. I think this World Cup was a little bit too much for them, and yeah,
I wonder if Mike's calmed down yet.
Well, I will say no. He won't be calmed down until England's gone out. So
yeah, exactly. He's not going to want England to do well, is he?
No.
But fair enough. I got to say, big up to the guy. We love you, Mike. I mean, he came on here before you were alive and did a preview half hour with me, and he allowed me to use his actual, that video. So fair play to him. Fair play to him. So it's still 3-0 in this game to England, and it is 1-0 still to the US of A, who have got a player down injured at the moment. Kate said Hamilton is good. I saw it on Disney Plus as well. I have no idea what it is. I've got to be honest with you. I just went with
it's based on the life story of Alexander Hamilton, one of the founding fathers of the US.
Right. Okay.
So and the history of Aaron Burr, and I think also George Washington as well. So of the founding fathers. So I would suggest you should watch it because it is interesting how they did it differently. They actually,
So Nate has said 8 minutes plus injury time. Nervous moments. Yes, it is. If Iran get that one goal back, you are not going through, young Nate.
Yeah, that's how it's going to be. Worry for Nate. If the US, they see the standings at the moment, USA is still going to finish second, but this is going to be a bit of a worry. If Iran tries to get a goal in this, in the last couple of minutes of the game,
and if there's been a lot of stoppage, Wales, they're in with a chance. Crowded out and high, wide, and ugly as well.
Kiefer Moore.
Stoppage time. You don't know how much it's going to be, do you?
Yeah, Kiefer Moore should have done better. He controlled the ball quite well, but the final shot just wasn't good enough.
Where do you think Rob Page goes from here?
I think it's because they signed that long-term contract extension. I think he will get. He's going to have to build for the Euros in 2024 in 2 years' time, and then if they do well, I think he has to push the Wales to get to the World Cup in 2026, and it needs to be better quality going forward. And it's going to be. I think that this Euro, I think the next World Cup, you have to replace someone like Bale, Ramsey, and Joe Allen. Because
Bale said he's not, because they said is this going to be his last, game if they lose tonight, and he just said no, which you'd expect him to maybe, but I mean, do you think he'll be too old for the Euros?
I think he'll be too old. I think with his injuries that he's had in the past, I think it's going to catch up. It will catch up to him. I just don't see him at the next World Cup, to be quite honest with you.
Yeah. So, and that is the point that Saint makes there, and there's a knee in the back of Grealish there. It is Senegal we are going to be playing in the next round. We have got Senegal, ladies and gentlefolk. And I mean, how do you think Southgate's done this tournament so far?
I think he's done quite well, despite the USA. He's done quite well to get his tactics right, spot and putting the right players. I think we did question him after the US game about the squad, the starting 11, But I think he's done well to change it, and he's given a bit more quality up front, for Bellingham to go more forward, So I think he's done quite well with that one. People questioning about the midfield, was it so light, but it's not been bad. We have been well with our midfield. We've been all right, not been that injured, not hit with the injuries. So, you know what? Fair play to Southgate this current minute. I know he's still got a lot of doubters about how he's going to get further in the tournament, but look, he's done well at the moment, So
I think he's not going to please everybody, is he?
No, he's not going to please everyone.
And there's going to be some people out there he will never please.
Yeah, he's never going to please everyone. So that's the problem, and Southgate knows that. So,
but then that's the joy of being England manager, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
So we're coming up to 89 minutes. Man of the match for you, Carl.
Well, I have to say, you know what? I had so many of them as man of the match, and it was down to at least 2 or 3 players. But I have to say, it has to come to Marcus Rashford. You know, linking up with that player that we play for the first goal, and also linking up with the player for the second goal. You know, Marcus Rashford is my man of the match for me. He's played tremendously well. He's had really good chances, and he's converted 2 goals. And he's done really quite well.
Yes, indeed. That was the one that was in my mind, to be honest with you. Oh my God, no! Oh my God, seriously? I don't know. Ash is just saying there's news from the other game. 4 minutes. 4 minutes of added time here. 4 minutes of injury time. And of course, if the Turtles were available... I think you are pulling plonkers here.
Yeah,
Ash. That's naughty, mate. That is naughty. Funny, but naughty.
Yeah. The Iran fans boo as Matt Taylor catches a poor ball. So the Iranians are not really happy. They're feeling frustrated, and it would surprise. It's been in a 50-50 game, from both Iran and the USA. So chance for Maguire. Chance for John Stones to make it 4.
Yes.
Oh.
It was high, but I think if it had been any lower, then it would have definitely gone. He'd have got his hand to it, Ward.
Yeah, just hit the cross. Don't hit. Yeah, just might hit the keeper and just the crossbar. Yeah, just hit the crossbar. Oops.
And now's another player down. So looking at the stats on the other game, Iran have had 2 shots all game, and they've both been off target. America have had 11 shots in all game, and 4 of them have been on target. And they've had more attacks, and they've had more dangerous attacks as well. Yellow cards, 1 each. And corners, 1 to Iran, 5 to America. So I've probably got to say that America, pretty much, if they get the win, deserve it.
Yeah, absolutely, indeed. That would be good for the US. And they now want to keep going. I think they're trying to be better with their last record, best record around 16. They want to try and get to the quarterfinals, which they've not been for quite a long time. So so it's huge for the US. I just have to say as well, actually, and this is what Rob Phillips from the BBC Wales Football Coach would say, it's 3 months and 26 days till Rob Page has to pick his next lineup against Croatia. I wonder how that different that team will be. I think he's going to be different. I think it will be.
I think it's got to be, hasn't it, really?
Yeah.
Just looking at this game, two bookings, both of them to Wales. 35% possession, 7 shots, 1 on target, 18 to England, 7 on target, 65 attacks to England's 115, only 12 dangerous attacks all done, and 51 dangerous attacks to England. And it's over. It is all over. Good night, Vienna. Good night, Wales. England are through and topping the group.
Yep, 9 minutes added on for Iran against USA. 9 minutes added on.
Oh. What channel's that on?
BBC 2.
All right. Shall we have 5 minutes of of USA Iran?
Yeah, 5 minutes. Yeah, go ahead. I'm happy to do that. I think.
But in the meantime, of course, we can say this for England.
Yes! 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 Oh, God. Oh, I'll have what she's having.
I love that. 9 minutes, like you say, and the USA are winning 1-0.
Iran's got a free kick in a dangerous area, and then a lot of Iranian fans are standing up trying to get the team going. And Matt Turner's trying to constantly make sure his defense line is set up. And a chance. Chance! Oh, a chance for Iran, but it's just gone wide. It's just gone wide.
Living dangerously, America. Living dangerously. As Nate said, this is torture. Torture indeed. We've got 8 minutes to go. So, oops.
See here, this one. Yeah, just.
Oh, hang on, I don't know what I've done here. I'm confused, sir. I'm trying to do is just for the last few minutes. There we go. I know it says England, Wales, but just for a few minutes, we've got Iran, America up there.
Yeah, just see it. Yeah, like I said, the US defense line, I really concentrated very hard and trying to. Yeah, this is gonna be like a photo finish at the moment. This is because
it's going to be adding some more time on with the player going down as well. Nate, do you see this? I mean, are you still worried? I mean, there's about 6 minutes plus probably a little bit extra to add on. I mean, you look like you have dominated the game.
The last 15 minutes, Iran had 83% of possession in the last 15 minutes.
Wow. And America, if you until the whistle blows, I'll be nervous. Thing is, you've got Holland in the next round, Nate. But I say they haven't looked that impressive. One yellow card each in this game. Iran must be, I mean, thinking of Iran, they played so well against Wales. All right, they played awful against us. But all that effort they put in against Wales, it's kind of wasted.
Yeah, I understand. I agree.
That said, not for us because it's dumped Wales at the bottom, so we're quite happy.
I just see the free kick given away by Iran. I see number 25 just pulling. I think he was pulling one of the US players' shirts completely. It was stupid. Jalali they need to do that. You know, that was a bit ruthless. And I have to say, you know, it looks like, Yusuf Menash, the Valencia player, went down. He was in the England youth squad. He's now chosen USA number 6. So yeah, you know, one of those players that England could have had. So
into the last 5 minutes.
Yeah, this is going to be. Yeah.
Last time England drew 0-0, then won 3-0 in group games was 1986. Could we get Argentina in the quarterfinals? Yes. In Ash, I'd take Argentina. They haven't absolutely not impressed me at all. I think we'd beat Argentina if we get them.
I wouldn't be surprised as well. I think I'd see the way they have been. You know, they were disappointed against Saudi Arabia. Yes, you win against a very, very poor Mexico side 2 the other day, but
Yeah.
they still got a lot to do. They really do. So
Mexico didn't really do much, did they?
no, they didn't. And you question them now, along with Canada for the next World Cup. Will they have the players there that can try to get out of the group stage? That's another question they need to answer themselves.
Yeah. A last-minute yellow for Iran here. Al-Ali has been booked. No, it was yeah. I think I'm that far behind you.
Yeah, you are. I am now back on the main screen now, not on the iPlayer, so I am well ahead of you now. So I said the US defense line looks comfortable off clearing the ball away. They're not, after that chance from the free kick, they look comfortable off the ball. They're keeping the defense shape quite well.
Yeah.
Oh, chance! Oh, nearly went in. It nearly went in. Is it a penalty? No, it's not. No, the referee's still playing on, but the Iranian players were all crowding the referee for claiming for a penalty.
Yeah. Oh.
And they're all trying to see. And look at it. The Iranian officials are really crowded again. Iranian players are really crowding the referee again. Every time they're always not happy. It was onside. I don't know if it was a penalty or not. It wasn't. Yeah, he had it. But the player was sliding down. But I don't know. I think it's not. I think it's not a penalty there. I'm just looking at this again. I really don't see it's penalty. He had his. I know one of the players, Acosta, had his hand on the player, but he didn't pull him down. And now the Iranians are really, and I think they need to get themselves calmed down, the Iranians, before, Carter Vickers did well. That was not a foul. And it's play on. And now the Iranians are angry because they can't believe it was not a penalty. It was checked properly. I agree. It was not a penalty.
I'll tell you as soon as the second half kicks off. I'll tell you. I've just seen the incident. They're not. They needed to be concentrating on the game, not the referee. I think.
Yeah, and they've been the most complaining team in this World Cup, always crowding the referee, and that is not fair because I think.
Do you think more than Portugal? Do you think?
Yeah.
Fair enough. That was a genuine question because I know obviously you got Fernandes and Ronaldo. That wasn't a penalty. He slipped, didn't he?
He slipped. He slipped. And that is it. Game is over. And Iran are out.
Oh, there we go. Well done. Well done to the US of A.
Yeah, and UST, all the UST team are celebrating on the pitch. Iran players are looking deflated and disappointed. Not a surprise actually with that result. I think the USA had a bit more quality and Pulisic's getting that winner.
He rested his arm on his shoulder.
Yeah, he rested his arm on his shoulder, and Carter Vickers did not grab him. He just rested his shoulder, and then the play just went down easily. And I even looked at it, I thought, no.
No, not at all. Not at all. Well done, Nate. Congratulations. That's what happens. You should get Donald Trump as your manager. He'll be making you great again. USA versus Netherlands in the next round. And England versus Senegal. Nate says the Netherlands will... Sir, I don't know what you're trying to type there. Did you press enter by mistake and it went? Well done, Nate. Yeah, well done, mate. Netherlands will be surely the favourites. Yeah, it will. Yeah, but again, they haven't done anything to impress. Thoughts on the results? Because, it's pretty much gone, well, you could say the way that you expected, really, couldn't you?
Yeah, absolutely. And, and England played really well against Wales. We had to wait till the second half to get those goals, but they came comfortably quite well. And for the USA, that was a tough game for them to get in, to try to win something out, against Iran, who are really threatening the last couple of minutes, most of the game. But they kept their heads held high, and they got out of this game, they got through this game without any controversy. There could have been controversy if that penalty was given, but USA are through to the last 16.
Yeah, I mean, Iran, they didn't turn up in the first game. They did against Wales, but they can be disappointed. But I mean, it's a knockout competition now for these teams. Anybody can beat anybody in the knockout stages.
Yeah, absolutely. We're just seeing live pictures of from Kansas City in the US. They were cheering off that result of going through. So you know what I said. These two teams, England and the USA, deserve to go through. I think they'd be the better teams. So fair play to them.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right there, Nate. The 0-0. We couldn't break you down. You played defensively. You got a point. That's the point that sends you through, almost, if you like. Although, having said that, the goal difference would have got you through anyway. So I'm happy. I'm happy with where England are at the moment. Let me just see if I can once again just show the final. No, I can't. Yes, I can. And then I will let Karl go. Here we go. Here's the tables. And I bring them up. There we go. So the Group A, Netherlands and Senegal are through. Ecuador are out. Qatar are out, having done the worst performance by any host nation in the World Cup, losing 3 games, only scoring 1 goal. And there it looks good. England through, top of the group, job done. You can't complain at Southgate with how the results are gone for him. 7 points. USA through. Congratulations to them on 5. Iran on 3. Wales on 1. Bye-bye, Wales. I'm sure Mike's having a heart attack and imploding. But best of luck, mate. And Sean, football's coming home. Well, the group it is. Karl, thank you so much for coming on, mate. Just again, give a shout out as to where people can come and give you a follow. And please do follow him. He's a great guy.
Thank you, Chris. Thank you for being let me be part of this watch along. Another watch along with you again tonight. Yes, so you can find me personally at Karl Levy 92 on Twitter. You can find the Totally Levy and the whole football channel at LH Football Pod on Twitter as well. Please, and also we have got a Facebook page at the Twitter, so please like our page as well. I also got a YouTube channel called the Totally Levy Home Football Channel. Please subscribe and like and notify where we go, where we put content on as well. We are trying to get up to 50 subscribers by Christmas, so that is huge. If you want to listen on the go, you can listen to both audio and video podcasts on Spotify and also on Google, Apple, and other podcast platform services.
Brilliant. Now, thank you so much for coming on. If you are free at all during the day, I'm doing the 3 o'clock. I've got Australia, Denmark tomorrow. Let me know. You don't have to let me know now. Croatia, Belgium.
Well, I'll let you know now. I am working tomorrow, so I am going to be finishing at 4. So I will keep an eye on the game.
Yeah.
Last hour, but I said I'm working tomorrow. So.
No. Well, like I say, you obviously got your own life as well. I'm doing Croatia, Belgium, everybody on Thursday. I'm doing Ghana, Uruguay on Friday. That's going to be good. That is
rematch, quarterfinal rematch from the last 2020 World Cup. What a controversy! Yeah. Suarez and ball to put Uruguay to semi-finals. Yeah.
And then Serbia, Switzerland on Friday night, and then we're into the round of 16 games. But no, let me know, mate. Message me. Let me know if you're free for any, and I'll be more than happy to have you on. Thank you very much, guys. Be sure to go out and follow this guy and give him your support. He's a great lad. I know he's a supports Leeds, but he's still a great lad. Thank you very much, mate. And he will also be on the 21st of December. He will be doing this, the big fat Christmas quiz. Oh, that's hard to say with no teeth in. 21st of December, 9 p.m. No football. We'll have had enough of football by then. It's just going to be silly. We're going to be bringing drinks, silly hats probably, and everything else. And you'll be part of that. Karl, thank you so much, mate. Take care, and to you and your partner. And we will speak soon.
Yeah, thank you very much. Take care. Bye-bye.
Cheers. Thank you. Bye-bye. Thanks to Karl there. Always a pleasure to have him on. Comes on and helps the channel out. Well, so there we go. Great show again. Thank you, Nate. Glad we both made it. Yes, at the end. Shame about Wales. Okay, thanks, guys. Look, I tell you what. Look, I do have a message for Mike and Wales fans everywhere. And this, I've got to say, this is from the bottom of my heart. He's going to kill me if he watches this back. I am back. I'll be back. I am back tomorrow at 2:30 for 3 o'clock for Austria versus Denmark. That is, Austria? What am I saying? Australia versus Denmark. Are Denmark going to exit the World Cup? If they're not careful, they could do. Thanks, everybody. Thanks to Karl, as always. Thanks to everybody that was in the chat joining in. I really do appreciate your support and following us. And tomorrow night, I'm on Doug's channel. But catch me tomorrow, 2:30 for 3 for Australia versus Denmark. We've had some good games today. No more 0-0s. We can but hope. Take care, guys. I'll see you all tomorrow. Good night, and thank you very much.
That's all, folks.
Thanks for watching Leicester Till I Die. This is Chris saying goodbye, and see you next time.
Thanks for watching. These videos are tremendous. You better like them too, or I'll be back.